Hello to all my dear followers. Today I welcome you to a fanfic that's a mega crossover season 2. Welcome to the second season of What If Naruto Was a Demigod in the World of High School DXD. As always, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment, no matter what it is. Enjoy!
Chapter 19. In the underworld, one of the best parties in history was taking place. They were about to celebrate the engagement of Rias Gremory and Naruto Uzumaki, the strongest yokai and the first to exist. After Rias fainted upon hearing the news, and a jealous and annoyed Akino dragged Naruto away to who knows where, the red-haired brother of the Crimson Princess immediately sent flyers throughout the underworld and even used his eBay, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok pages. Yes, that technology exists here now, to spread the word about his sister's engagement to the yokai. Rias and Razor's parents could do nothing but resign themselves to doing nothing, since on Monday, the party was seen by many high-class demons, including Rias's mother's clan, the Bale clan, where Sararog was happy that Rias's engagement had been broken off. Since he knew what kind of man Naruto was and knew that someone had slept with her, it made him feel relieved. But above all, happy to have a rival for practice. Rias's entourage, with Issei being the most upset because their president was going to marry someone other than him, knew Naruto was a good guy, so he just smiled seeing his president happy. Well, at least he had sweet Asia by his side. Kaneko didn't seem very happy, since according to her, Naruto was hers, but in the end, she couldn't do anything because Naruto had told her that it didn't matter if he was married, he wouldn't abandon her, which made the Nakomata extremely happy. And speaking of the devil and soon to be a married man, he was with his peerage talking about trivial matters, with a very annoyed Esdeath looking at him with daggers in her eyes, making the blonde very nervous, who could only sweat and swallow hard, since when they returned from the raiding game he was kidnapped and tortured by the blue-haired woman who had chained him to the bed and left him frozen all night. It should be said that the poor Ruby had woken up with a bad cold. Zoro, I think she's still upset. Naruto, you think so? Sarcastically. If you don't tell me, I won't notice. Ace, well, it's your fault for sending her on a mission at the last minute. Naruto, are they against me or for me? Ichigo, just leave her alone for a while. Besides, she has to put up with you getting married, and speaking of getting married, you should prepare yourself for what those two will do to you. Naruto, scared. Shut up already. Don't remind me. I think we should have stayed in Acnologia, Escaner. Isn't this where I belong, Sama? Naruto, yes, but she won't know, right? Itachi, shaking his head, you never change. Naruto, sigh, whatever. I'll, Surzek. Naruto, big brother. Naruto, Surzek. What are you doing here? You should be by your fiancé's side, meeting the other high-class demons so they can prevent anything from happening to your wife. Naruto, wait, what? Naruto couldn't say anything as he was dragged by Surzek to where a beautiful Rias was nervous about the questions being asked by the women of Naruto's entourage along with those of his nobility and the Citri clan. Rias, someone save me. Surzek, excuse me, ladies, but Naruto Aniki needs to be here with my sister, meeting the other heirs and important demons. Rias, thank you, Oniai-sama. Yes, Naruto, come and, Sila. Naruto-sama, after this party we need to talk to you seriously. Wow, that was a big chill for our yokai because when Sila said that it was because she was very, very upset. Naruto, swallowing, hi. The crimson redhead pulled Naruto along with a beautiful smile in her eyes. After all, she was free, well, at least from being engaged to Razor. And let's just say she didn't think being engaged to Naruto was so bad. I mean, after all, he had helped her break off her engagement. He was handsome, and above all, he was very protective of his friends, and just like her, he treated his peerage like family. They would have all the time in the world to get to know each other better. Naruto, aren't you uncomfortable with all this? Rias? I thought you'd be uncomfortable after finding out your brother had prepared this. Rias, and you knew it? Naruto-kun, and you weren't going to tell me? And as for the other thing, it doesn't bother me since I know you're different from Razor and you don't see me as a piece of meat. That's why I'm sure that with you our marriage can prosper and become good. Blushing, Naruto smiles. Who would have thought the president of the Occult Research Club would turn out to be such a pervert? Rias, no, I'm not. Naruto giggles, of course. For several minutes, the couple engaged in conversations with demons who were heirs to powerful or prestigious clans. And although many looked at Rias with perversion, a single glance from Naruto was enough to drive them away. For most of the party, Rias had taken Naruto's hand, intertwining their fingers, feeling the warmth the blonde provided. Neither of them brought up the topic of when the wedding would be. For the moment, Rias just wanted to enjoy this time with Naruto, while Naruto felt Esdeath's diabolical gaze and the promise of a world of pain. Naruto, I don't think it was a good idea to send her on the mission right before the raiding game now I'm scared. Naruto remembered when he first met the beautiful blue-haired girl and couldn't help but smile. When he met her, she was practically a stone wall when it came to feelings, and she even showed no compassion for her enemies, killing them cruelly. That wasn't exactly a pretty sight, however. Flashback, our favorite blonde Uchiha was walking through what was a village on the northern borders where rebels opposing the Imperial Army were surviving as best they could because corrupt politicians kept raising taxes. Naruto saw the misery these people endured and how few had any military training. When fighting, these people wore masks. He never knew why, perhaps because they represented some kind of spirit or something. Naruto was met with very little courtesy because these people had been visited by evil people who only wanted to enslave them or sell the women for their nefarious purposes. Irene, Naruto-kun, should I kill them? His first queen was Irene. Naruto, calm down, Haim, they're just scared. That's all. And it's no wonder if the people of the capital are ordering their own people to be killed. Irene, I don't see them letting us through so easily. Naruto, what would you do in this situation if the enemy were formidable? Irene, you're right, however, raising her murderous instinct. There are ways to calm them down. The people felt the redhead's murderous instinct and could only manage to fall to their knees under the pressure. Zera, I'll invent an OC. Who are they? Naruto, calm down, Irene, it's an order. Irene, only because you say so, darling. Naruto, we didn't come to hurt you. We were just passing through since I heard that a Longinus is here. Zera, are you part of the Imperial Army? Naruto, no, I have nothing to do with them. But tell me, why is the village almost empty when I get here? Zera, you don't know? Wait, Zera, it's clear that neither of you are from around here. Zera, Grandpa, my name is Rashi and I am the leader of this village. How can I help you? Naruto, Bose? Thank you very much for receiving me without attacking. I am looking for one of the Longinus. In fact, that Longinus belongs to my family and I have come for it. Rashi, you mean the dragon sword? My own invention. Naruto, that's right, I need to get it back. Do you know where I can find it? Rashi, how do we know you don't belong to the Imperial Army? Irene, you dare to doubt Naruto? Annoyed. Naruto, Irene, calm down. It's okay. How can I prove I'm not her enemy? Zera, help us defeat the Imperial Army. Please. On her knees. Rashi, Zera, what are you doing? Zera, Grandpa, you can tell they're strong. They can help us. Rashi, we can't just drag foreigners into our village's problems. Zera, enough, Grandpa. We've lived too long suffering under the damned government's slavery. We must do something. So if we have even the slightest chance, we must seize it. Rashi, Zera, sad look. Naruto, is there somewhere quieter where we can talk about this? Rashi, come with me, please. Zera, arigato. That night in the northern tribe, Naruto listened to Rashi and his granddaughter's story about the Imperial Army and how their village was massacred when the minister tried to retrieve the sacred gear, the dragon sword. The granddaughter said that the tribe had been blessed with two sacred objects, one being the sacred gear and the other a taigu, a demon extract created from the blood of a very dangerous beast, which had been stolen, leaving only the dragon sword. Naruto told them that he had lost the sword long ago in a fight and had only recently been able to locate it. The villagers didn't trust him, so when Naruto told them about the sword, Zera's grandfather was the first to believe the blonde boy. Rashi had promised to give him the sword if they helped him defeat the Imperial Army and brought peace to his village. Irene immediately said that she could easily get back what rightfully belonged to Naruto and simply not help them. But Naruto told her that he would help them anyway. It wasn't as if he had anything to do at that moment, was it? The next day, Naruto strolled calmly through the capital. carefully observing everything and watching the people. He could see the sadness in their faces, but above all, what the emperor's soldiers were doing, executing people in the open air, made him want to destroy the place once and for all. However, he wouldn't give them the luxury of dying quickly, as that would be like giving them a gift. Undoubtedly, the capital was becoming a place where security was the last thing on anyone's mind, at least for the inhabitants. The brat they had as emperor lived safely atop that wretched castle, and, to top it all off, was being manipulated by the minister, who everyone believed had killed the previous minister to seize control of the capital. The minister commanded a sizable army, but upon hearing that the border tribes were resisting, he summoned the imperial army. A beautiful woman named Esdeath led the troops, serving as the emperor's general. Naruto kept a low profile while Irene kept Rashi's tribe safe, as Naruto possessed a natural talent for strategy, so leaving Irene to look after them was a very good choice. I mean, if you wanted to die, then Irene was more than happy to do it, and she wasn't wrong, since the imperial army was on the other side of the river that separated the border tribe from its enemy, and Esdeath, along with Najend, was their second in command. Esdeath, it's time. If those villagers want to play, then we'll do it this way. Najenda, do you need to use your Taigu? Esdeath, to eliminate this plague, yes. Esdeath, I will eliminate those who are potential threats to the capital. Najenda, this isn't right. She's letting herself be swayed by what the minister says without listening first. Damn it, Esdeath. For the capital, by placing a hand in the water, the blue-haired woman froze all the water, allowing her troops to cross to the other side of the river. However, before they could reach the other side, half of her army, along with the river itself, was annihilated in a single attack. Krakum! Esdeath and Najenda had to take cover to avoid being blown away by the shockwave, which took a while to subside due to the surprise attack. Liver. What happened? Daidara. What the hell? Nyao. They knew we were coming. Liver. That's impossible. Nobody could predict our movement. It seems the insignificant humans decided to come to their deaths. Esdeath could not see whose voice it was because of the dust and steam rising from the river where her almost army was decimated by that surprise attack. Najenda. Is someone there? Esdeath. Who are you? Oh, me? I'm just a dragon queen. Everyone raised their voices when they saw a beautiful woman with scarlet hair floating above them, looking at them as if they were insects. A smile appeared on the busty woman's face, and she simply said, Irene, today you will experience true hell. Chapter 20. Flashback continues. The Imperial Army, known for its extraordinary strength and discipline when attacking an enemy of the capital, was now nothing more than a small fraction of its former self. Even the three beasts had perished in the battle. The northern border tribe was supposed to pose no threat, but instead, they met death itself in the form of a beautiful, large-breasted woman with scarlet hair. She showed no mercy, almost completely destroying the army of the infamous and ruthless Esdeath, who faced the woman without the power of Irene Belsirian, a grave mistake. Not only did she lose her army, but she was also taken prisoner in one of the magic cells that the redhead herself had created, just in case she tried anything, something she doubted would happen with Irene present. Meanwhile, Naruto returned from the capital with the corpse of the former minister, leaving behind a frightened child emperor and promising to do his job. That same night, the tribe was celebrating. The victory they had against the Imperial Army was a complete failure. However, their fight was over thanks to the arrival of the Uchiha and his queen. Naruto simply observed the happy faces of the people that night, seeing themselves safe. There was only one person who wasn't happy at all, and that was the prisoner who wondered what kind of woman the redhead was. She couldn't make a dent in the beautiful woman, and her Taigu did absolutely nothing. The ice wasn't enough to subdue a dragon. Esdeath now understood what her father had once told her. The weak are the ones who die quickly, just like her mother and father. She felt nostalgic, but she wouldn't ask for mercy from these people. But the strangest thing was that they let Najenda go. She felt betrayed by the one who had once been her friend, or so she thought. That was why she was always alone. Esdeath. Maybe I'm destined to never fall in love or meet the man who will love me. You were right, father. I am weak just like you and my mother. Naruto. Kneeling. Are you hungry? Esdeath. Huh? Naruto. Are you hungry? You've been tied up for hours, and I think you must be a little hungry. Esdeath. I am your enemy, so the most logical thing is for you to leave me without food. Naruto, what kind of person do you take me for? I'm not cruel if I have prisoners, they're human after all. Esdeath. You'll kill me, won't you? Naruto, I just want to know a few things. After this, I'll take you far away, and then you'll know what to do. Esdeath. What? Why would you do something like that for your enemy? Naruto. I must have a reason? I already told you, I'm not a cruel person, maybe stupid, but I wouldn't let someone die if I could save them. Now have some, you must be hungry. Esdeath. I don't have one. Grrrr. Esdeath. That doesn't mean anything. Looking away. Naruto. Now let me feed you since I can't free you or they'll get angry with me. Esdeath. Blushing. Will you feed me? Naruto. Of course, as I said, I can't release you because the residents would get upset. Now open your mouth. Esdeath. Naruto, just do it. Okay? Go into class quickly, eat faster, I'll stop bothering you and you can sleep. Esdeath. Thank you, Naruto. Tell me, why did you work for someone as corrupt as the minister? What led you to help him mistreat people? And don't tell me you enjoyed causing people pain because I don't believe it. Even the hardest person has feelings. Esdeath. Sighs. When I was younger, I started to see how my family had skills for the house. So I became interested and little by little I began to show talent for hunting. As time passed, I realized that I was destined for fighting, to kill my targets no matter what. It's what I am. Naruto, you're undoubtedly a very good warrior. But you should also know that there are people much stronger than you, so don't get discouraged. Far from there, the residents watched the scene in surprise, since they preferred to die rather than feed their enemy. Zera. But what is he doing? He should stay away from her. Rashi. That man is very strange. Irene. It's because Naruto-kun has the noblest heart there is. However, if you make him angry, believe me, you don't want to know what he's done when he's upset. Zera. But why are you helping her? I would let her die. Irene. Why was he once like her, helpless and unable to eat? More than anyone, Naruto understands what it feels like to be without food. But above all, he doesn't like to waste the potential he sees in people. Rashi. That could kill him someday. Irene. Not while he has me with him. I will do anything for my king until the end of our days. Zera. You're in love with him, right? Irene. Yes, very much. Zera. Does he know? Irene. Of course, in fact, he's my husband. Why do you ask? Zera. Holy shit. Is he your husband? Rashi. I didn't see that coming. Irene. Isn't it obvious? Zera. Damn it, no. I imagined you'd be his girlfriend, not his wife. Irene. Smiles. That's the fun of life. Naruto finished speaking with Esdeath, leaving her deep in thought, but not before giving her a blanket so she could sleep. He may be soft, but that doesn't mean he doesn't deserve some punishment for causing so much pain to these people. Irene. Hugging Naruto from behind. You know that one day they might kill you for your kindness, right? Naruto. Smiles. I can't help it. Haim. If I can help someone, then I do it without hesitation. Irene. I know, but sometimes I wish you weren't so absent-minded, or rather, so trusting. Naruto. I think I'll die like this, Irene, and I will always be there for you, my dear. Naruto. Thank you. That's why I love you so much, Irene. And I love you too, Foxy-kun. Esdeath awoke after a terrible night for her, at least for the most part because her captor had given her dinner and tucked her in, something she would not have done for her enemy. Although she cared for her soldiers, she would not do so for someone she considered an enemy of the capital. She awoke thanks to the sun's rays touching her beautiful face. She noticed that she was in one of the huts of the border tribe, so someone had put her there when the ground overcame her. Zera. I see you're awake. Get up, young Naruto is waiting for you. Coldly. Esdeath. What are you going to do to me? Zera. If it were up to me, I would execute you right here. However, Naruto and Irene were the ones who saved us, so they are the ones who decide what to do with your life. Esdeath. I see. Zera. Now hurry up. The sooner you leave this place, the better for us. Minutes later, Esdeath was next to Naruto and Irene Belsirian, saying goodbye to the tribe. Naruto, it was a pleasure to help. Rashi, thank you for everything. Naruto-sama, Irene-sama, we will be forever indebted to you. Zera, I hope you come to visit us. Naruto, smiles, I hope to come soon too. Irene, thank you for your hospitality. Naruto, let's go, we still have to go with the Revolutionary Army. Esdeath, what? Naruto, we're gonna visit some people, that's all. Don't worry about your life, you're coming with me now. Esdeath, huh? Naruto, you stay calm and I'll be nervous. Naruto took both women and they disappeared in a yellow flash, appearing in what was the capital. They could see people drinking and chatting happily, as the minister's death was a blessing for the people, and with the emperor overthrown, the situation improved even more. Naruto, you see, Esdeath-san, people are happy now. These people deserve to live peacefully and in harmony. That is my goal and dream. Esdeath, dream? Irene, Naruto-kun's dream is for there to be peace among all races, be they demons, dragons, angels, the fallen, and humans. He firmly believes he can achieve it, and I can assure you he will. There's no doubt about it, you just have to take a leap of faith. Esdeath, I see, but what about people's hatred? If there is hatred, then there will be no peace, and it will only cause war and death. Naruto, you're right about that, that's why I'm building a family that can help me with that. Tell me, Esdeath, do you want to help me achieve that goal? I promise results, not just words. If you see that I don't get results, then you'll let me go. What do you say? Would you like to be part of my family? Esdeath, surprised, why? I killed many people and caused pain. Couldn't someone like me be forgiven? Naruto, admitting you were wrong was a step. Yes, you killed many people, but you can redeem yourself by saving more people and protecting your precious people. One's worth is forged through actions and feelings. Let me help you, Esdeath. Let me help you free your heart and show you a better path. Esdeath, shedding a tear. Thank you, Naruto. Hey, don't cry. I don't like it when beautiful women like you cry. It makes me feel like the worst scum in the world. Irene, when will you realize that your kindness is one of the reasons that makes people change? That's why I fell in love with you. Esdeath, I accept to help you. Naruto, I, Esdeath of the Pardas clan, swear loyalty to you until my last breath. Naruto-sama, Naruto, you don't have to do that, Esdeath, since I told you I'll show you results with my actions and not with words. Now let's go. I'm sure you're all getting impatient. Irene, Naruto-kun, I think Leon is going to kill you. Naruto, pale, shit. I forgot. Ah, he's going to want to disembowel me. Irene, yes, after all, she also belongs to the Uchiha and I inherited the possessive side of a female, so if I were you, I would take care of what makes me a man. Naruto, thank you for your support, dear. Half an hour later, we see the trio arrive at the forest where a huge fortress used as a base was located. Naruto had a bead of sweat on his brow, as he doubted it if they thought it was hidden. The Revolutionary Army had faced the Imperial Army more than once and opposed the tyranny of the deceased minister and overthrown emperor. But they weren't alone. The Night Raid, a group of assassins, was also there, stopping corrupt mafia members and important politicians involved in murders or kidnappings. Now, why did Naruto fear the name Leon? Well, that's easy. When he lived in Kyoto, he was romantically involved with this woman named Leon. Well, it wasn't exactly an official relationship, but she had a rivalry with Yasaka, the nine-tailed kitsune, for the blonde boy's affections. For a long time, they both tried to win Naruto's heart, and Yasaka won by becoming pregnant with his child. Leon ended up leaving Kyoto, trying to forget Naruto. But before leaving, she told the Uchiha that if she ever saw him again, she would face a painful punishment. Of course, she would be spared if she left that fox Yasaka, as she called her, and went after her, since she would be waiting for him. Naruto, nervously, at the same time I want to go in, but at the same time I don't. Irene, the faster we go in, the faster the pain will end. Naruto, I'm even less likely to go in now, so goodbye, Irene. Oh no. Pulling his ear, you won't leave until we talk to the Night Raid. Esdeath, excuse me, but why are you afraid of Leon? Irene smiles. Leon was a love that Naruto-kun had in Kyoto before he was with Yasaka. However, Naruto got the leader of the Yukai pregnant, and Leon left Kyoto. But Naruto fears something more than his life. Isn't that right, dear? Naruto. Oh, where are the villains from cheap movies when you need them most? They were about to enter when a silhouette quickly appeared above them, heading towards the blonde man who was like jelly, already knowing who the person above him was. Naruto, mommy, crack, so you've got the guts to come back? Huh? My love? Naruto. Pale Leo-chan. Leon. Welcome home. My love. Chapter 21. Flashback continues. Our friendly Yukai, protagonist of several incredible fics and heartthrob of many more, and deserving of the award for best evangelist in the world, was sweating buckets, and no wonder. Well, anyone would be in his place when you have sharp claws between your legs holding what makes you a man, and above all, a beautiful woman looking at you seriously, wanting to kill you slowly and painfully piece by piece. Well, who would have thought that being so handsome and kind would have its consequences? Naruto. Scared. Lo-chan. It's been so long. Leon. Is that all you say? Squeezing Naruto's balls? After so long without seeing each other. Is that what you say? Naruto. Sorry, will this help? Leon? You're an idiot. Naruto. Huh? Splat. Naruto. With a swollen cheek. What did I do now? Irene. Well, dear, that's what happens to you for being so naive and idiotic. Naruto. Hey! Is that offensive? Irene. But I'm right, dear. Naruto. But you're right. Esdeath didn't know what was happening. This man, whom she considered her new master, so to speak, was slapped by Leon, implying that there was something between them or had been something. She ignored the murderous glares that the members of the Revolutionary Army and Night Raid were giving her. She was accompanying Irene and Naruto. She wasn't there because she owed them anything, even though technically she did owe them for hurting people close to them. Naruto. Where is their leader? Lubbock. Who the hell are you? Susanoo. If you're looking for our leader, he was killed by the three beasts and the Jaegers. Mine. Don't give them information so easily. Shouting comically. Leon. Calm down, my dear. As Susanoo said, our leader died because of someone. Looking at Esdeath. Bullet. What is she doing here? And who are you all? Naruto. Haven't you told them? Looking at Leon. Leon. Don't drag me into your business. Idiot. I'm annoyed with you. Naruto. Sweat drop. Oh, Cammy. Women are so strange. Oh. Is there anyone who can tell me who to talk to about a delicate matter? She'll. Akame is in charge for now. Lubbock. Don't tell them that either. Naruto. Sighs, and these are the Night Raid? Leon. Naruto here. Sai is the founder of the Night Raid and leader of the Revolutionary Army. Only he acts from the shadows since there has been infiltration of some demons on Honesto's orders. Lubbock. You've got to be kidding me. So Leon, he's the boss. Mine? What? In shock. Chelsea. I've never heard of him. Esdeath. He's the leader of the Revolutionary Army? But how? The leader was supposed to have been killed by the honest minister. Mine. This has to be a fucking joke. How can he be the real leader of the army? If so, where the hell have you been all this time? Naruto. There are questions that will be answered in due time. Now, please take me to your leader or whoever is in charge. Lubbock. You're the leader, right? Irene. You'd better watch your tongues or I'll cut them off for being insolent. Leon. This must be another one of his women. Tisuke. You preferred them to Ami? You're definitely an idiot. Naruto. I'm here because I heard the Fallen have tried to take over this side. I don't know if it's true yet, but we can't let our guard down with them. Unlike Taigu, they use light spears to attack and are extremely strong. Bullet. What do you mean by that, and who are the Fallen? Akame. Entering. They are angels who once served God and committed some sin, obtaining black wings at the same time as they were expelled from heaven. Mine. Did you know, Akame? Akame. When I was with my sister in that castle where we were recruited for the program, I knew that there were beings beyond the natural and that they controlled humans. Lubbock. Excuse me, what the fuck? Bullet. Are you telling me there are mythical beings? Demons too. Naruto. Nods. That's right. That's why I need your help to banish the fallen angels. But before that, I'd like you to know the whole story. Sounds very interesting, boss. Mine. Shouting comically. And you stop calling him that, Akame. Very well, we'll listen to you. But in return I need your help. Naruto, what is it? Akame, to save my sister Kuoh. Flashback interruption. Naruto snapped back to reality to see Rias looking at him with concern. Rias, are you okay? Naruto, yes, I just need a few minutes. I have to talk to my bishop. I'll catch up with you later. Okay? Rias nods, of course. Naruto separated from Rias and headed towards an annoyed Esdeath who, upon seeing him, tried to ignore him only to be dragged away by Naruto's hand. Esdeath, what are you doing? Naruto, let's talk. Esdeath, huh? Naruto took her to one of the rooms in the place where they were alone and no one could interrupt them. Naruto, I know you're upset with me, Esdeath, and I know I haven't spent much time with you, and I'm sorry about that. I just didn't want to push it any further. Esdeath, you're an idiot. You ignored me for the others, and when I need you to be there for me, you can't. I even changed for you, Naruto, and now you're even getting married. How do you think I feel about that? Naruto, you know I'm an idiot, but you're right. I'm being inconsiderate towards you and I've distanced myself from you when you've been by my side all this time. Forgive me. Esdeath, annoyed, a simple sorry won't do. Naruto, hugging her. Forgive me, Death-chan, I didn't mean to do it. I just didn't want to pressure you with this. I wanted to make sure you were ready. Esdeath, snuggled into the hug. You idiot. Even Leon told me you were a moron, but in the end we love you for who you are, Naruto. There's no doubt about that, and I am and will be eternally grateful to you for saving me and forgiving you for what I did a long time ago. Naruto, there's nothing to forgive, Esdeath-chan. Besides, with your help we were able to save the empire of the fallen angels. Esdeath, and now you have an army led by Akame and Leon. I remember she didn't want to let you go, saying she would go back to your whore and you would leave her. Naruto, do you remember that day? When we won and started recruiting more people for my peerage. Esdeath smiles. Yes, I remember very well that night Irene didn't let anyone sleep with her screams. Naruto wink with a frown blushes. I'm sorry. I also remember how it happened. Flashback continues. The Revolutionary Army was celebrating after winning the battle against the fallen angels who had come to the capital to rule it. Too bad for them that our blonde friend was there to stop them along with the night raid. Incredibly for the soldiers and the army members, Esdeath had helped Naruto, and when I say Naruto, I mean she only helped him, leaving the others to their fate. Well, it's not like the others valued her presence after she had caused so much damage. Naruto had left Najenda in charge of the Revolutionary Army since he knew that the woman would lead her army well, and together with the night raid, he was sure that the capital would be safe. However, Najenda refused the position and gave it to Leon and Akame since she didn't yet feel ready to lead an army. That same night of the party, Naruto agreed to spend more time with his soldiers, but above all, to talk with the members of Night Raid, who had heard of their Taicho but hadn't seen him personally until now. It must be said that they were impressed with the yokai story and especially with everything related to the supernatural. Lubbock almost had a heart attack when he saw Naruto's 9 tails. It must be said that Akame didn't want to let go of Naruto's fluffy tails, much to the amusement of Irene and an annoying Leon who was muttering about classmates who wanted to take what was hers. After the party that took place, Naruto decided to clear his mind for a while and went outside the Revolutionary Army base. Naruto, I'll be back home soon. Just wait for me, Yasaka. Kunu. Leon. I thought you'd be with your wife. You damn womanizer. Naruto sighs. And I suppose you're still upset. Leon, what do you think? I mean, I knew you before that bitch and you ended up choosing her over me. Clenching her fists. Naruto. Leon, listen to me, I know it hurt you a lot to find out that. Leon, shut up. Words won't make me forget what happened. Naruto, I know. I just hope that. Leon. What? That I slept with someone else. That someone else made me his when you could have done it. Well, let me tell you. It was your fault, you idiot. Naruto sighs. So what are you doing here? Leon? If you want to hate me, then do it. Don't blame me for that. Leon, that's your problem. You think it was easy for me when I had your damn face in my mind all the time. How did you expect me to be happy when you were around? You idiot, Naruto. And why don't you do it? You still have time to do it. I'll be leaving soon, so you have all the time in the world. Enraged, Leon punched Naruto hard in the face, sending him to the ground, and began using her lion mode, hitting him hard. Naruto offered no resistance, knowing he deserved it all for causing Leon pain. Leon, idiot, idiot, tearing up. It's your fault, idiot. Damn it, Naruto. That's all. Ugh, Leon. Shut up. Damn it. Just seeing you makes me want to kill you, Naruto. Just let it out, Leo-chan. Let out the pain that's in your heart. Leon? Idiot. Despite Leon's blows, Naruto was able to hug her and let her release all the pain she had inside. Leon? You're a fool. Wiping away tears. Naruto. I am. You know that very well, and I'm sorry I hurt you. I'm glad you're already. Leon? Don't start, will you? I already told you that it's partly your fault and it will take some time before I can forgive you. Naruto. I'll be leaving again since I need to find some people to help me. Today is my last night here. Standing up. At least I'm glad to see you're doing well. Leon. Are you leaving again? Naruto, yes. I've already caused you too much harm. This is the last time we see each other. Leon disappears. Leon. What? In shock. Wait. Damn it. Everyone's favorite Uchiha arrived at his room and sealed it so no one could enter. Leon. And prepared to lie down after such a busy day. Or at least that's what he wanted to do since he heard arms wrap around him as he was lying down on his bed. Irene, you seem tense. What's wrong? Is it about the blonde? Naruto. Sighs. I want to stop thinking for tonight. We're leaving first thing tomorrow. I need to find the other person we need. Irene, you mean him, right? Naruto. That's right. Smiles. And how did Esdeath behave? Irene. Well, almost no one approached her and she decided to stay away from everything. It will take time for people to stop looking at her in a bad way. Naruto, I'll take care of it. Everyone deserves a second chance, and she's included. Irene, as always, thinking about other things. But you said you wanted to stop thinking for today, right? Naruto, yes. Do you have something in mind? Irene. About him. I have many ways to make you forget. Seductive tone. Legend has it that in a certain room of the Revolutionary Army, heart-rending moans could be heard, where all those who were sleeping awoke due to the supernatural noises of the place and were unable to sleep because of those tremendous screams. The next morning, Naruto, along with Irene and Esdeath, had left the place, leaving instructions for Negenda about who he would leave in charge of his troops for the time being, and that he would return at some point when he needed her help. Meanwhile, they would go after the people of his nobility. End of flashback. Esdeath. Everyone's face the next day was something I'll never forget. Naruto. Embarrassed. Well, the description would be like the work of the scream. Esdeath. I couldn't have said it better. Naruto. Esdeath-chan. I want you to. Esdeath. Kissing him. Shoot. Before you get married, I'm gonna give the groom his bachelor party. Pulling him. Naruto. Oh, Papantla, your children fly. Chapter 22. 2 days have passed since our beloved Lucky Yokai's engagement to Rias Gremory, and also since he had now resolved his situation with Esdeath, who, for some reason, was in a very, very good mood. Cough. Sex. Cough. They undoubtedly anticipated that Naruto had done something to fix things with her. But let's leave that aside, since in the human world a somewhat comical discussion was now taking place. Because of an idea from Surzek, Rias would now live with Azazel, as they were now engaged and shouldn't be separated. But Surzek also had other reasons. Naruto had told him about a rebellious fallen angel with bad intentions in the human world. Surzek promised to speak with Azazel about this and try to find out more. Currently, Naruto had a drop of sweat on his brow because Akino and Rias were fighting over who would sleep with Naruto in his room. Rias told Akino that she was his fiancée and therefore had more right, and Akino retorted that she had met him first. Naruto. Hey, you two. Stop fighting. Rias. I already told you no. Akino. He's my fiancé and I'll be the one sleeping with him. Akino. You wish? But I'm sure Naruto-kun would prefer to be on top of these. Showing her generous breasts. Rias. That's not true. Anata likes mine better, right? Naruto-kun? Naruto, hey. Kino, mine are bigger, Naruto-kun. Both girls hug him tightly with their enormous breasts, making Naruto's face end up between the breasts of the two beautiful women. All of this was observed by a jealous Issei and a nervous Asia, and Kaneko, well, she wanted to kill the cow-chested girls, as she called them. Issei, Lord, some people are so lucky. Asia, shouldn't we stop them? Kaneko, let them kill each other so I can keep Naruto. Issei, sweat drop. You know there are also the women in his entourage, right? By the way, we haven't met his queens yet. Kaneko, according to Naruto, they had something to do. Asia, but what worries me most is Kiba-san. We haven't seen him since the party and that worries me. Kaneko, he'll be fine or so I hope. Rias, Naru, tell Akino that you'll be sleeping with me. Akino, Naruto-kun, tell the tomato-haired girl that you'll be with me. Naruto, damn it. Why is being sexy so bad? Girls, stop fighting, besides we have to go to the academy? Or did you forget? Remember that Sona Kaicho only gave us until today to return. Rias, oh, I had completely forgotten. Kino, era, I had forgotten. Issei, holy shit. Batman, I didn't do my homework. Asia, me neither. Kaneko, eating a sweet, and who cares about that here? I'm sure I'll pass with a 10. Issei, say it for you Kaneko-chan. Anime tears. Rias, anyway, I'll be the one sleeping with my future husband. Akino, that remains to be seen. Naruto, how do I get into these messes? Classes proceeded normally at Kuoh Academy, and the only commotion arose when one of the older sisters was seen holding hands with the boys many considered delinquents and the girls' unrequited loves. Too bad, bitches. Rias ignored all the whispers, being by her boyfriend/fiance's side and sporting a beautiful smile that hadn't been seen on her for a long time. Rias's peerage, except for Kiba, went with them to the occult research club. Issei had noticed that Kiba hadn't shown up at school at all, which was worrying since he had good grades and had won the award for Best Nerd of the Year. I wonder where I got that reference from. In the occult club, Rias, I think you know why I asked you to meet, right? Issei, it's about Kiba, right? It's not normal for someone like him to have missed school so often. Asia, I wonder if something has happened to her? Rias, sighs, no, he's fine. It's just that, Naruto, it's about that experiment and also about Excalibur. Rias, how do you know about that? Surprised. Naruto, state secret, giggles. Rias, pouting. Hey, Naruto. The sword Excalibur was broken into several pieces, and then its pieces were used to create other sacred swords. If I'm not mistaken, Kiba tried, or rather they tried, to use them along with a group of children, and he was the one who survived, right? Rias, how do you know all this? Naruto, let's just say that not everyone in the church is a saint like they claim to be. Issei, then Kiba, Akino, he must try to destroy the other pieces of the original Excalibur sword. Kaneko, is that why you haven't come to school? Bucho? Rias, I'm afraid so. His hatred towards those swords and whoever did this to him is too great. Naruto, and I know who did this. Akino, really? Naruto, that's right, that's why I need to talk to the leader of the fallen angels. Asia, the leader of the fallen angels? What does he have to do with this? Naruto, why, as you saw last time, Asia, there are fallen angels who don't follow the leader's orders to the letter. Rias, you should talk to Sona about this, since it's her territory. It will be necessary to keep the city under surveillance just in case. This afternoon I'll go find Azazel and talk to him about this matter. Rias, very well, dear. I'll do that. But what about Kiba? Naruto, I think Issei and the others are worried about their friend, right? Issei, of course. Naruto, then it would be best if you went to look for him. Issei, you have your familiar. She will be of great help here. Issei, I understand, Sensei will bring Kiba back. Akino, Fuff, it seems that Naruto-kun is quite the leader. I think you'd better laugh. Rias, I'm not going to deny that. Naruto, yes? Rias, giving him a kiss on the lips. Be very careful. Okay? Naruto, I promise. Asia, giving Issei a light slap. Why aren't you like this with me? Issei, Naruto left the occult club and headed towards his objective, or rather towards a dock where he knew the person he was looking for would be, but before going there, Naruto, are you ready? Arturia, you know I can't rest easy if I let you go alone. Naruto, I'm not a child, you know? Arturia, no, but with that attitude you seem like one. Naruto, you're mean. Arturia-chan, Arturia, we must find that man. I have a feeling something big is about to happen. Naruto, so you feel it too, huh? Through the streets of Kuoh City, Kiba Yudo, also known as Rias Gremory's Knight, was in an unbalanced situation because an enemy he never thought he would see again was standing in front of him. Kiba, how are you alive? Freed. What? Ha ha ha. Never die, idiot. Kiba, how did you escape death? Tell me. Freed. Ha ha ha. You'll have to get the truth out of me. Kina. Then that will be very easy. Freed. Ha ha ha. You think so? Drawing a sword. Kiba, in shock. What? Freed. Do you like my new acquisition? Kiba, where did you get it? Freed. I won't tell you anything, idiot. Now fight. Freed. Suit yourself. All the demon trash like you will die. Kiba, you just talk a lot. It seems like you're the only thing that… Ugh. Freed. Were you saying something? Kiba, I'm going to kill you. Freed. Ha ha ha. Try it, you filthy demon. And I'll show you hell. Kiba, tell me where he is. You must know where he is. Freed. I do know where it is, but I asked my balls and they said no. Kiba, okay. Then hard mode. Freed. Ha ha ha. Make it fun. Naruto and Arturia were on their way to a small lake where they knew Azazel was, since the man really liked to fish, so to speak. Azazel, you took longer than expected. Naruto. Naruto, Azazel, it's been a while. Azazel, same here. And who is the beautiful young lady behind you? Naruto, don't start with your perversions, okay? Azazel, I was just asking, don't get angry. Damn, I bet she's part of your harem, right? But the fallen angel could not finish speaking because he had to dodge a sword that was aimed at his head by an annoyed and blushing Arturia. Arturia, shut your mouth, pervert. Azazel, drop of sweat. These days nobody can stand a good joke. Naruto, sighs. Azazel, we need to talk. Azazel, I figured as much and I already know what you want to talk to me about. But before that, could we go somewhere else? There's something I need to show you. Naruto nods. All right, Arturia-chan, are you coming or do you want to leave? There's no need for you to stay all night. Arturia, hugging Naruto's arm, I can't leave you alone for a minute because then you do stupid things, so I'm going with you. Naruto, hey, that's offensive, you know? Arturia, but am I right? Naruto, but you're right. What would I do without you? Arturia, blushes and looks away. Bika, Azazel. Damn it, Naruto, you have to tell me how you do that. Naruto, what are you talking about? Azazel, don't play dumb. How do you manage to get so many pretty girls? Naruto, I'm sorry, but what's my fault for being sexy? Right, Arturia-chan? Arturia, Baka, blushing. Azazel, whatever. Let's go before they kill me for wasting time. Damn, I even left the TV on because I was watching Ted. Naruto, sighs, you never change, do you, Azazel? Azazel, what? It's the only way I entertain myself in my laborious work. Naruto, is making you a fool your job? Wow, no wonder you do it so well. Azazel, how kind you are to me, but putting Naruto aside, let me warn you that they didn't die and they want your head. Naruto, what? What the hell are you talking about? Azazel, just wait and see. The leader of the fallen angels led them through a magic seal where he would teleport them to Grigori, the place where the fallen angels resided. But as soon as the three figures entered, Naruto had to duck due to 2 spears of light. Naruto, what the hell? Azazel, what is he doing here? Do you want us to kill him? Arturia, in front of Naruto, dare to do this one more time and I'll rip off those wings you birds have. Naruto, explain yourself. Azazel, Azazel, nervously. Well, you see, it's a rather complicated story to tell. So, Naruto, Azazel, Azazel, sigh, Rainair Calawarner, calm down right now. As for why you're alive, well, technically I revived you. Elsewhere, or rather in the Occult Research Club, a worried Rias was pondering how to bring Kiba back to her. or rather how to make him forget his thirst for revenge. However, this would be very difficult, as the boy was deeply hurt by the Holy Sword project he had been involved in with other children. Rias was worried that her knight might go astray, so she had to do something to help him. Akino interrupted her thoughts by entering and letting the rest of her peerage in, along with Sona, since they too had offered assistance in the search for Yuto. However, they hadn't found anything. Rias. Still nothing? Kaneko? Kaneko. I'm sorry, Bucho. She wasn't at home or in the park either. We don't know where she could have gone. Akino. That's bad. Kiba is getting deeper and deeper into darkness. Rias. I know. Sona, you'd better search the church too. Rias. It's worth mentioning that's where he fought Freed. Rias. But Freed is dead. Sona. I'm just saying that any clue can help us. Unfortunately, I have to go. I have things to take care of for the student council. Rias. Thank you for your help. Sona. Sigh. Issei. Damn it. However, before they could say anything, the aforementioned entered through the door with traces of blood and wounds all over his body. Everyone. Kiba. Asia. Kiba-san. Akino. We have to put him in a bed. Kaneko. I'll carry him. Grabbing him like a sack of potatoes. Rias. Drop of sweat. You're supposed to carry it carefully. Kaneko. Kaneko. And who cares, he's just a secondary character in this FIC. Just like that pervert Issei senpai. Issei. Depressed aura. That was cruel. Rias. Stop this nonsense and we need to cure him. Kiba. They hurt. Rias. Yuto. Don't talk. Kiba. Cough cough ko. Akino. Guard the silencer. Kiba. Kiba. Kokabiel. He's here in the human world. Chapter 23. A comical scene can be seen in Grigori, the base of the fallen angels, where Azazel, leader of the fallen angels, watched with a bead of sweat the scene before him, as a blonde kitsune ran for his life being chased by two beautiful fallen angels named Rainier and Calawarner, who had chainsaws. Where did they get them? No fucking idea. Naruto had just arrived at their base with Arturia and Azazel, and when they arrived they saw two fallen angels who, upon seeing our protagonist, also launched themselves at him to try to hit him. However, Azazel, being a son of a bitch, played a prank on Naruto, which was to push him forcefully towards the two fallen angels, who fell to the ground with them and where he ended up between their two enormous pairs of breasts, his hands touching each pair, making them blush and at the same time annoying them, and thus bringing us to the scene in which they are currently, with Naruto running for his life for the amusement of Azazel, who, according to him, he deserved it. Arturia had her sword threatening the manhood of the fallen angel leader, who turned pale as he felt the edge of the sword on what made him a man. Arturia, you'll calm down right now, or I'll turn you into Aphrodite right here. Azazel, swallowing hard, come on, it was just a joke. We're not gonna go that far, right? Arturia, 1, Azazel, oh come on, Arturia. 2, Azazel, wait, don't kill him. Runs away, with Naruto. Naruto. Wait, it wasn't my fault. It was that damn Azazel. Rainier. Get back here, pervert. Calawarner. We will kill you here and now. Naruto. Hey, where did you get that? Rainier. Come back here. Naruto, hey. Dodging. Calawarner. I've got you. As he dodged the blue-haired fallen angel, Naruto's hand touched the woman's nice butt, making her scream and worsening the situation for our favorite Yukai. Calawarner. I'm going to kill you. Naruto. Help. Azazel. Hey, stop it. If you kill him, the FIC will be over, and I'll turn back into Yajiro without anesthesia. Rainier. This pervert is groping us. Naruto. You piece of shit, Azazel. Tell them it wasn't my fault or I'll tell Penemu that you watch porn every night. Azazel. Wait, how do you know that? I don't even have Wi-Fi. Naruto. Oh no? And the photos you sent me of Graphica and Venilana a while ago. Azazel. Covering her mouth. Shut your mouth. Nervously. Okay, girls. Rainier. You're disgusting. Calawarner. You disgust me. Azazel could only curl up into a ball and mutter about gossipy blondes and followers who disrespected him. Minutes later, they were all sitting in a small room drinking a cup of Nescafe with cream and sweetened with Splenda, the kind they sell at OXXO. Naruto, wow, I've never tasted coffee like this before. Rainier, I have to agree. Calawarner, my question is, where on earth did an OXXO come from here? Azazel, I have no fucking idea. The author's idea, I imagine. Arturia, ahem. As much as my vanilla cappuccino is exquisite, I think we have important matters to discuss here, don't you think? Naruto, right? Looking at the two fallen angels. Joking aside, why the hell did they attack Asia? They were supposed to just be watching over her. Calawarner, this is all Kokabiel's fault. Somehow, when he suspected we were working for Azazel, he manipulated us into killing them so he could obtain the nun's sacred gear. Rainier, true, but you're all to blame too. You idiot. Naruto. Who? Me? Rainier. Don't make me hit you, idiot. Azazel. Yeah, right, hit him like when you had the threesome and spent the whole time yelling his name. Crack. Rainier. Blushing. Like I said, it's your fault for making me the pervert's girlfriend. Naruto. Reina-chan, you know there wasn't time and I couldn't do anything until Kokabiel made his move. Besides, I didn't think Donasek would be the one to send Kokabiel. Arturia. Wait. Am I missing something here? Naruto-kun, do you know them? Naruto. Yep. Let's just say we've been friends for a while, right Azazel? Azazel. Hell yeah. With a bump on his head. And as for them, Rainier/Calawarner. Shut your mouth, idiot. Arturia. Raising an eyebrow? You have a lot to explain. Naruto-kun. Naruto. I know. Where do I begin? Touching his chin. It was after. In Kuoh, the situation was far from good, especially for Rias's entourage, who were with Sauna Citri and her queen Tsubaki, as well as the worthless pawn Saiji. They were all eyeing two newcomers who had visited the Hayadu house minutes earlier to say hello, since one of them was Issei's childhood friend, Irina Shido. All the demons present wondered what these two emissaries from the church were doing in their territory, but they decided to listen to what they had to say. Rias. Well, what are two church exorcists doing in my territory? Irina, well, you see, a blue-haired girl named Zenobia Corda interrupted her companion in a reckless and rude manner. Zenobia, we came for the rest of the Excalibur fragments. We know they're here, so we're going in for them whether you like it or not. Sauna, what right do you have to say that? You're in demon territory, and not just any demon territory. They know which clans we belong to, don't they? Irina, yes, however, it is necessary to recover the other fragments of Excalibur. Rias, I understand, but why has the church only sent them for them now? Did something happen? Zenobia. It's something you shouldn't worry about. After all, it's not the demon's business. Akino. Era, it seems these two don't know their place, with lightning bolts shooting from her hands. Rias, calm down Akino, we can't do anything for the moment because if we kill them we would only start a war against the angels and that's something we can't do right now, so it's fine. As a member of the Gremory clan, I give you permission to search for the fragments as long as you don't cause any trouble. Sauna, or else we will interfere. Zenobia. Mockingly. Yeah, right, as if they could do anything. Irina. For God's sake, Zenobia, behave yourself. Kiba. Entering. Where are those fragments? Irina. Huh? Rias? Kiba. Where have you been? I've been worried about you. Kiba. Where are those shards? Zenobia. As if we would tell you, demon. Kiba. Very well. Serious. Issei. Kiba, calm down, buddy. Kaneko. Yudo-senpai, relax, these crazy girls will leave soon. Zenobia. Who are you calling a crazy dwarf? Kaneko. I may be short, but I'm not a crazy person with a fetish for putting a cucumber up my ass. Zenobia. You. Issei. Kaneko-chan, you shouldn't hang out with sensei so much. Asia. Did you say something, Issei? Issei. Sweat drop. Not you too, Asia. Irina. Wait, you're the nun who was expelled from the church for curing a demon, right? Zenobia. I'm not surprised. After all, she has the face of a heretic and a fool. Rias. Enough. If you only came to insult my beloved servants, you can leave before I change my mind and kick your asses all the way to the church in Valladolid. Irina. I'm sorry about that. Zenobia. Why are you apologizing, Irina? We're just telling the truth. Asia. Tell me, how does it feel to be expelled from the church? Asia, huh? Zenobia. Besides being stupid and deaf, I asked, what does it feel like to be a miserable witch? Issei. Facing Zenobia. Enough. If you don't apologize to Asia right now, I swear by Satan that I'll use Juggernaut Drive this instant and tear you both to pieces limb by limb. Furious. Zenobia. Surprised? You're the Security? Wow, why are you helping the witch? Just as the chestnut-haired boy was about to hit the blue-haired girl, Kiba intervened. Kiba. It seems that it's all just talk. Let's take this outside. If we win, you will give me your swords, and if we lose, we will simply leave them alone and give you money. Zenobia. Confidently, very well. Issei. Smiles. Interesting. I'll prove to Sensei that I've gotten stronger. Rias. Sighs. I guess it can't be helped. Kino put up a barrier around it. Kino, yes. Sauna. Sighs. This is getting out of control. By the way, Rias, where's your husband? Or rather, future husband? Rias. She said she had something to take care of. I just hope she can come as soon as possible. And speaking of the Uchiha, he finished telling them how he met Azazel and the two fallen angels. I will explain it in other chapters. To Arturia, who seemed satisfied with her king's explanation. Naruto. Well, even so, I didn't like having to lie to my wife and my students about them, and when they find out, I'm sure they'll kill me. However, Azazel, I'm counting on your help to defeat Kokabiel. Well, actually, I could kill him easily, but there's something I want to find out. By the way, haven't you brought Valley yet? I told Haim-chan to bring them here. Azazel. Well, I suppose I delayed it a bit. I'm sure I can trust you not to have killed them, right? Naruto. Innocent whistle? I don't know what you're talking about. Azazel. Naruto. Oh, sorry, ma'am. I didn't think you were so sensitive about a joke. Azazel. You don't play with that kind of thing. Naruto. Anyway, Rainer-chan, Kala-chan, I'll need your help against Kokabiel. Can I count on you? Rainer. You know what, idiot, you don't have to ask. Kalawarner. Obviously, but how are you going to stop the demons from attacking us? Naruto. Don't worry about that. Smiles? Hey Azazel, don't be stingy and buy some ramen. Azazel. What? And why don't you invite him? You're fucking rich. Naruto. But I'm the guest. Azazel. And what does that have to do with anything? Naruto. Fine. But you're going to Oxo for dinner. If they don't have ramen, at least get some Marukan noodles. Rainer. With a star in her eyes. That's right. And they sell delicious snacks. Naruto. Order whatever you want. Girls. After all, Uber Azazel is on his way. Azazel. Very funny. But give me the money already. Naruto. Okay. Ma'am. Don't get angry. The annoying leader of the fallen angels left his base to look for dinner, leaving the 4 remaining members alone. Arturia. Do you think he'll be okay? Naruto. Yeah. I don't think I'm that unlucky. Rainer. Naruto-kun, we need to talk. Naruto. Sighs. I know. I'll be right back, girls. Naruto and the fallen angel moved away from the other 2 and went to a place where they couldn't be bothered. Naruto. Rainer? The fallen angel could only manage to throw herself into the arms of the Uchiha, who returned the hug but was surprised when Rainer started to cry. Naruto. Rainer? Rainer. Crying? They have her. Naruto-kun. Naruto, huh? I don't understand. What's wrong, Rainer-chan? You're scaring me. Rainer. Naruto-kun, they've kidnapped her. They've kidnapped our daughter, Naruto. Serious? Who was it? Rainer. The 10 Commandments, back in Kuoh. It looked more like a massacre than a battle because both Issei Hayadu, now known as the Security, and Kiba Yudo Rias Gremory's Knight, were bleeding on the ground after having lost against the 2 envoys of the church, and above all, they were now rejoicing in the victory they had had over the 2 demons, and more than anything, in having trampled on Rias Gremory's name. Zenobia. Well, what could we expect from demons? Irina. Let's go, Zenobia. We've already proven our point, now let's go. Zenobia. That's true. Well, hopefully they'll keep their promise and not interfere with our mission. And by the way, they still haven't given us our money. Issei, you're taking too long. Asia. Don't talk. Issei-san. Kiba. What the hell have I been doing? Why am I still so weak? Damn it, Zenobia. You all stay on the ground. That's your place. Akino. Please, Bucho, let me kill them. Angry. Rias. Just leave already, Zenobia. Fine, we'll go, but remember not to mess with us. Or next time we won't be so lenient. Too much talk for someone as weak as you. Kukuku. Irina. Who's there? Your worst nightmare. Kukuku? Rias Gremory? Looking at the redhead. Rias. That woman's energy? It's suffocating me? Who is she? Yes. Attend to your servants. I will take care of taking the garbage out to the street. Zenobia. What did you say? Annoyed. Go to the club. I'll catch up with you soon. Rias? Who are you? Oh? Me? You'll soon find out, my dear. But to avoid making things too exciting for the readers, I'll tell you who I am. After all, I'm one of the queens of Naruto-kun. My name is I am Irene Belsirian, Chapter 24. In Kuoh, thanks to Akino putting up a barrier, the terrifying aura of the newly arrived redhead named Irene Belsirian couldn't be fully felt. As I mentioned, she was the queen of Naruto, or rather, one of them. Irene was releasing a portion of her power, surprising the two envoys from the church who couldn't move a single muscle because they were frozen with fear. And well, who could blame them with such powerful energy? Rias and her entourage also stared in awe at the busty redhead with a great body. And no matter how much they tried to deny it, she was much, much more beautiful than all of them combined, and even more so than the angel Gabriel. If it weren't for Asia pulling Issei's cheeks at that moment, he would be drooling and bleeding at the sight of such a sexy and, above all, powerful woman, despite being injured and conscious just a few minutes ago. Irene smiles. Well, are you going to do something, or are you going to leave here with your tails between your legs? Irina. Scared? WH. Who are you? Zenobia. I'm scared. This woman is very powerful. I'm so afraid of dying. Irene, what's wrong? Why aren't you talking? Cat got your tongue? As much as I'd like to beat you up, I promised Naruto-kun I wouldn't do anything bad. For now, you'd better leave, or else I'll start a war against Michael, although I'd like to see him try to do something. Irina. Zenobia. Trembling. Irene. Get out now. Increasing her power even further, Irene made it so that despite being frozen by fear, they managed to regain their sanity and leave the place as quickly as possible, all under the gaze of Rias's entourage, who watched everything in amazement. Rias, are you the queen of Naruto-kun? Irene, that's right, dear. And you must be the heir to the Gremory clan, right? Rias, yes, it's me and I am. Irene, before we talk, we should go inside. I don't want them to hear us even with this barrier. In Grigori, furious? Furious was an understatement for what Naruto was feeling at this moment. In fact, all over the world, Naruto's power was being felt growing more and more, causing tremors everywhere. Azazel had to run back with a "what the hell" look on his face, only to see a furious Naruto being hugged by Rainier, who was trying to calm him down. Azazel, entering and breaking the fourth wall. What the hell? What the hell? Calawarner. Even his power grew more than before. No, I don't know. Rainier took him to talk somewhere else, and suddenly he began to expel a large amount of murderous instinct. Azazel, sweating, shit. Whoever made him angry is screwed. With Naruto and Rainier. Naruto, how did it happen? And above all, why didn't you say anything to me when we met? Rainier, sobbing. I tried to tell you, but I couldn't because, as I told you, I was manipulated by Kokabiel, and even before that, he somehow knew I had a daughter. Naruto, you son of a bitch, clenching his knuckles. Tell me, what's the name of the one who took our daughter? Rainier. He just told me it was to teach you a lesson, and the last thing I heard was him mentioning Galen of Truth or something like that. Hugging Naruto. I don't understand, Naruto. Why would he mess with us? Naruto, I think I have an idea. That bastard. Don't worry. I'll get my daughter back. I promise. Rainier. I know. It's just that time has passed and I can't wait to have her with me again. Naruto. Don't worry. I'm going to hunt them down. In fact, I'm going to send them my regards. Sadistic smile. Rainier. What will you do, Naruto? Let's just say they'll feel fear firsthand. Azazel. Hey, you two, can you explain what happened a few minutes ago? Naruto. I'm sorry, Azazel, but I have something to do. Azazel, what? What the hell are you going to do now? Naruto. Nothing, don't worry. Rainier, I'll see you later at you-know-where. Okay? I need us to talk, and so do you, Kala-chan. Kala-Warner. And quite a lot, I would say. Azazel. Hey, don't ignore me. Naruto. Sorry, buddy, but I need to make a call. Azazel. By the way, Naruto, when I was coming from Oxo, I could sense a huge presence besides yours. It was felt at the academy. Naruto. I see. Thanks, Azazel. Maybe I'll come and see them sometime. Well, Rainier. Wait, what do you plan to do? Grabbing his arm. Naruto. Nobody messes with one of my kids and gets away with it. Galen will pay for what he's done. Rainier. But what do you plan to do? Naruto. I'll just have a friend of mine visit them. Smiles. The apocalypse is coming. Naruto left the place along with Arturia, who had been silent for some strange reason. However, she said nothing out of respect for her king. In the room, only Rainier, Azazel, and Kala-Warner remained. Azazel. Very well, Rainier. Is there anything I should know? Kala-Warner. Leave her alone. Azazel. She's suffering and you're just here to mess things up. Azazel. Maybe, but I need you to tell me exactly what happened. And above all, who are the 10 commandments? Rainier. I suppose I'll start telling you after Naruto Kuoh met us, or rather after he and Azazel broke into the ancient castle of the former Lucifer, or rather, the Demon King. Azazel. Ah, those were good times. ZOC. Kala-Warner. Shut up and let me listen. Besides, if I remember correctly, you left us there. You idiot. Rainier. You remember, don't you, Kala? Kala-Warner. Yes, and well, I didn't expect what Azazel said that day to be true. Rainier. Blushing, that idiot. Flashback begins. In a remote place unknown to humankind, inhabited by demons of immense power, 2 figures emerged from a large, gloomy castle. One was a man with two-toned black hair and black wings. This was Azazel, who had accompanied the other, a blonde figure with blue eyes. They had decided to pay a visit to a certain demon who had tried to steal part of Azazel's army, or rather, the women who followed the leader of the fallen angels. Azazel knew he wouldn't stand a chance against all those monsters alone, which is why he had called his recent Uchiha friend a demon. But that wasn't the most important thing, as inside the castle, 10 figures lay unconscious after a battle they had had, if you could call it that, since they literally only managed to give up. Naruto was covered in scrapes, bruises, and several scars. The 2 men were carrying 2 of the fallen angels they had managed to recover, as the others had unfortunately been raped and murdered by the demons. Demons and all, for obtaining a sacred gear that could kill God. However, they had hit a wall and were defeated. Azazel had explained to Naruto that he had a sacred gear that he had created during the war of the 3 factions to kill God. However, he had relented before killing God and kept that weapon in a dungeon of Grigori. Therefore, these beings somehow wanted to have information about the sacred gear. Naruto. Carrying Rainier. Damn it, old man, you always get into trouble. Azazel. What? I didn't do anything to them. Naruto. No, but they know you're skilled at creating weapons, so they want you to get that gear. Azazel. Do you think that was enough for them? Naruto. I doubt it. That shitty dwarf is quite strong and almost killed me. If I hadn't used some of my power, he would have torn me in half. Azazel. You're joking, right? Naruto. Yeah. Even in his assault mode, the bastard is strong. He'll undoubtedly get stronger, but for now, let's heal your servants. Azazel. Sigh. They're gonna kill me when they recover. Naruto. I don't doubt it. Naruto and Azazel arrived at Rose Village in Acnologia thanks to Naruto's teleportation magic circle, reaching what appeared to be a small Japanese-style house where Naruto spent his time when he wanted to rest. They left both to Tenchi to rest while Naruto used his tails to give them some healing magic. During the rest period that both men were there for Azazel's subordinates to awaken, the leader of Grigori had to leave to attend to some matters that urgently required his presence, leaving our project to take care of both fallen angels. It wasn't until a week later that one of them awoke first, with Rainier being the first to awaken. Rainier. Where am I? My body hurts. Naruto. from the entrance of the room. I'm glad you woke up. Rainair. On guard. Who are you? Naruto. Don't worry. I'm a friend of Azazel's feathered friend. We came to rescue all of you from those demons. Rainair, huh? So, what happened to Naruto? Sighs. I'd like to tell you that we were able to rescue everyone. But only you two were the only ones who survived this. Rainair. In shock. What? It's not possible, Naruto. When we arrived, those bastards were about to kill you. Rainair. You fucking bastards. I'm going to trying to stand up, Naruto. Laying her down. You don't mean yet. Your body is still hurting from everything they did to you. Rainair. How is Calawarner? Naruto. She's fine now. I've healed her wounds and… Rainair. Wait, so you changed our clothes? Pervert, Naruto. Hey, it was either that or let the bleeding kill them. Rainair, you're a pervert anyway. Naruto. Sighs. Why do women have to be so difficult? Rainair. Did you say something? Naruto. Nothing, I made food so don't leave. Okay? Mocking. Rainair, very funny. For several days, Naruto spent his time taking care of the Detenshi, even though both were already feeling better, especially with Calawarner's awakening, who also reacted the same way as her winged friend. During this time, Azazel asked Naruto to take care of the two fallen angels, who didn't know why Azazel was asking them not to return to Grigori. It was then that Naruto began to suspect one of Azazel's subordinates, whom he had met and who gave him a bad feeling and was already planning a coup against his leader. Azazel was doing this because he had a plan for both Detenshi and didn't want Kokabiel to find out. So he left them in Naruto's care. Naruto. Hey old man, aren't you getting a little too pushy? I've done you a lot of favors and now you want me to take care of them? It's not that I'm complaining about having two sexy and beautiful women, but remember I have things to do. Azazel. Oh, come on. It's just a favor, nothing more. Besides, I know you'll be going to Magnolia soon, so you can take them with you. Rainair. You know we're here, right, Calawarner? Well, I wouldn't mind being away from Penemu and this perverted old man. Azazel? Who are you calling a pervert? I'm not a pervert. Let me explain. I'm a super pervert, Naruto. And this is the leader of Grigori? Damn it. Azazel, you practically owe me your ass. I have to go find my queen, and you're here giving me more work. Azazel. Oh, come on. What could happen? That you'd fall in love with them and get them pregnant? Ha ha ha. Rainair/Calawarner. You damn pervert. Blushing. Azazel. Damn it, ladies. I was just joking. But you guessed it from your blush. Didn't you? The dark-haired man had to dodge two light spears that were aimed at him. Azazel. Geez, nobody appreciates classic jokes anymore. Naruto. You better go now, I have to leave. Azazel. Anyway, we'll be in touch, and good luck getting your queen. And if I remember correctly, you also need a knight, right? Naruto. Yes, but I already have my queen, I'm just going for her. And as for my knight, well, he can wait a little while or who knows, maybe I'll get lucky and find him. Azazel. Then I wish you luck and you are in Naruto's hands. I ask that you obey him and do not cause him any trouble, please. Rainair. Gasp. It's not like we were like you. Calawarner, whatever. After saying goodbye to Azazel, Naruto and the two fallen angels teleported to the city of Magnolia, where Naruto would pass as its queen, unaware of the adventures he would have with the two Detenshi. Chapter 25. Flashback continues. Naruto and the two Detenshi were making their way through the streets of Magnolia, dressed as civilians since they didn't want to attract the attention of a certain group of people who governed the city, or rather, a certain 12 people who watched over it. Naruto knew that people from the country of Acnologia had arrived in Ishgard in search of something called Etherano, which a certain mage had hidden on the continent of Ishgard. Naruto understood, from the information his queen had sent him, that this group was soon under the command of a very powerful mage. However, she couldn't just leave like that since they would discover her, and with so many of them, well, let's just say she wouldn't get out alive, something Naruto wouldn't allow. If he had to completely destroy the continent, he would do it to get her back. Rainair. Hey, what are you thinking? Calawarner. We were talking to you, but you're just ignoring us. That's rude. You know? Naruto. Sorry, I was just thinking about some things regarding this continent. Rainair. Raising an eyebrow, like what? For example, Naruto. Here there is only magic and even demons, but the energy they handle is different from the demons that inhabit the underworld. Calawarner. Have you been here before? Naruto. You could say that. For now, I need to find a place to stay until I receive my queen's message. Rainier. And how long will we be here? Naruto. Until I obtain what the 12 want and seal it. I can't let them get hold of the Illumin store. They could unleash a war. However, you will be here until Azazel decides, maybe in a few days or who knows. Calawarner. There's no other option but to follow you. Naruto. You are not obligated to come with me. In fact, if you want I can send you back. Rainier. Nah. Being at the base is very boring. Calawarner. I agree with you, also very depressing. 5 months had passed since the queen sent Naruto the message to rescue her. But everything had become complicated due to the appearance of a certain black dragon heading towards Ishgard. According to the queen, the dark wizard had sent the dragon to destroy the continent in order to obtain the Illuminor store. However, Naruto wouldn't let that happen because if they obtained that magic, the continent would be lost. Naruto calculated that the Dragon of the Apocalypse would arrive no later than tomorrow night. Therefore, he had to make sure that no one interfered in this battle, and above all that the two Detenshi were not involved in this. He could easily call a certain friend of his, but what would be the point of others fighting for him? After all, he had to prove that he was the boss. Rainier. What? Are you stupid or what? Terrified, Calawarner. That thing is going to kill you and all of us. Naruto. Hey, calm down. Rainier. How do you expect us to calm down if you're going to fight that super-developed lizard? Naruto. Sighs. My goal was not only to come for my queen, but also to obtain information about the dark wizard. I have heard for a while that around 5 villages have been killed, so to speak, by some strange energy, and my queen said that this subject radiates a kind of curse that causes everything within its reach to be killed. Rainier. What do you mean? Naruto. Sighs. That the guy wants to eliminate all magic in the world, so he can die because of his curse. Therefore, he wants the Illumin store to remove his curse. Calawarner. How powerful is that wizard? Naruto. It could be said that he is above the 4 Satan Kings and above Ophis herself. Wait. Naruto. Why are you yelling? I'm not deaf. Believe it. Rainier. Damn it, what kind of mage is he? Naruto. That doesn't matter now. I want you two to go back to Grigori. You'll be safe there. Rainier. And what about you? Will you fight that thing? You'll only make it kill you. Naruto. Oh? I see worry in your eyes. Raina-chan? Rainier. Blushing, as if you were that lucky. Calawarner. You didn't tell me that yesterday. You said that. Rainier. Covering her mouth. Shut up. Nobody asked for your opinion. Naruto. Oh? Is it true that you care about me? Rainier. Idiot. Naruto. Smiles. Thanks for worrying about me, but I can defeat him. However, since I don't want anything bad to happen to you too, and Azazel told me he'd give you a hard time. Calawarner. Is there nothing I can do to change your mind? Naruto. Nope. Besides, it's been a while since I fought someone of that caliber. Anyway, Rainier. Don't think we're leaving just because you want us to. We're staying here. Naruto. Hey! I'm saying it'll be very dangerous for both of you. Calawarner. And? Danger is our middle name. Naruto. Yeah, and I'm the father of a mediocre son and married to someone with onion eyes. Damn, it's true. Rainier. We won't change our minds. Naruto wink with a frown. Sigh. Fools. As you wish, just stay out of it. That night, Naruto couldn't stop thinking about his upcoming fight against the Dragon of the Apocalypse without involving innocent people. He decided to go and stop him before he reached the land of Fiori. He looked around where Rainier and Calawarner were sleeping peacefully, or so he thought. When he left his house, Rainier followed him, intrigued by the blonde Yukai. Ever since she met him and learned that he and Azazel had come to rescue them from those demons, she had become curious about him. He treated her like a normal woman and didn't discriminate against her for being a fallen angel and the sins she had committed. In fact, he once told her, "Those who acknowledge their mistakes have the opportunity to change." Those words marked her, and she changed little by little. Even Azazel noticed, and obviously so did Calawarner. He wouldn't say it, but he knew Rainier was becoming attracted to the Yukai. And who wouldn't be? He was kind, playful, and above all, attentive. Rainier. Can't you sleep? Naruto, huh? I thought you were sleeping, Rainier. I felt someone watching us. Naruto, I'm sorry about that. I just wanted to make sure you were okay. Rainier, are you sure you want to fight Acnologia? After all, he's the most powerful dragon, even more so than Great Red and Ophis. Naruto, I'm not scared if that's what you're asking. If I were scared, I wouldn't be here. Rainier, then why? Naruto, first, for the innocent people who live here, and second, for my Queen Irene. I can't leave her in the hands of those guys. Rainier, she means too much to you to want to face the Dark Wizard. Naruto, all my nobility without my Rainier family, there's nothing I wouldn't do for them even if they can defend themselves. I treat everyone equally and I don't see them as mere servants. I've shown them with actions that they can trust me and I can trust them, smiles, because that's what a man does. Rainier, looking away, but you can die. Naruto, taking her chin, I don't plan to die because I have reasons to return and above all to live. Remembering Yasaka and friends, I know you're worried about me. I can see it in your eyes and that's why I reciprocate your feelings by worrying about you and Calawarner. Don't be afraid. I will protect you with my life. Rainier, blushing, even knowing my past you help me. You're a strange person. Naruto, ha ha ha. I know everyone tells me that, but that's my path as a guardian of humanity, even if not everyone deserves it. Reina-chan, I want you and Calawarner to stay safe and not interfere in the fight despite what you hear. I don't want either of you to put yourselves at risk. Rainier. But, Naruto, please, Rainier. Idiot. A tear falls from my eye. Naruto. Rainier? Worried, hey, I didn't. Ugh, the Detenshi had hugged him with tears in her eyes. Rainier, you're a fool. Don't you understand that I'm worried about you? I'm worried you might get hurt. I'm afraid of losing the person who hasn't discriminated against me for who I am. I don't want to lose you. I don't want to lose the man who… Naruto. Surprised. Rainier, you… MMMFFF. The dark-haired woman was kissing him, much to his surprise. She had caught him off guard, and now his lips were trapped by hers. She had gripped the back of Naruto's neck to deepen the kiss, and without further ado, she devoured his lips. Without asking permission, she slipped her tongue into his mouth. Naruto, no longer in shock, returned Rainier's kiss, holding her by the waist. When they separated, a strand of saliva connected them, and a blush marked both their faces. Naruto, Rainier, shut up and let me finish. Ever since you saved me, I thought you were doing it out of obligation to Azazel or out of duty. However, despite the short time we've known each other, you've treated me like we're lifelong friends and even protected me, Ami and Calawarner. And for that, I'm grateful to you. No, I'm not confusing gratitude with the love I'm now feeling for you. Before, I just wanted to play games since I wasn't interested in having a relationship with anyone, and it seemed stupid to me, but you changed me and made me realize how wrong I was. You pulled me out of my stubbornness, and now I'm here not only showing you what I feel for you, but also so you know that I'll be waiting for your return because I want to be a part of your life and start a family with you. Blushing, I love you, Naruto-kun, and that's all that matters. Naruto, I didn't know. Rainier, you need to know that, Rainier. I know, Azazel told me everything. Naruto, damn Azazel, Rainier. And I don't care at all. You're the first man I've ever said this to, so you'd better treat me well. Naruto, Rainier, I promise that as soon as my fight against Acnologia is over, we'll be together and finish talking. I promise, but I don't want you to be left wondering. Rainier, doubts that… Now it was our favorite Casanova who surprised Rainier by kissing her passionately, and the Detenshi returned her beloved's kiss, happy that she could find happiness with the blonde Yukai. Naruto, I'm coming back. That's a fact. Just wait for me. Okay, Rainier? You'd better, or I'll find you and stick a spear of light in you where the sun doesn't reach. Understood? Naruto, nervously, yes. Naruto stood before what appeared to be a deserted island, awaiting his next victim. His rival. The Yukai was undoubtedly excited, having heard many tales of Acnologia, and this thrilled him to the point of eagerly anticipating the fight against this powerful dragon. To draw his attention, he decided to raise his power hoping Acnologia would sense it and come after him, knowing that Acnologia never hesitated to fight powerful beings. And indeed, he didn't have to wait long, as he sensed Acnologia's presence rapidly approaching. With an excited grin, Naruto gazed at the sky, watching Acnologia's arrival. Acnologia emerged from the heavens, roaring fiercely and unleashing a massive, powerful wave of energy that widened the blonde's smile even further as he witnessed the power of the dragon of the apocalypse. Naruto smiles. This is going to get good, Dad. Taking off his shirt and becoming half naked. I hope you can give me a good dance. The yokai closed his eyes for a moment and then suddenly opened them to reveal his now purple eyes with rings around his iris. Naruto, come, let's dance. Acnologia, Chapter 26. Destruction was what could be seen on the borders of the country of Fiori, and where no one knew what was currently happening except for certain mages who were aware of this situation. Also, the fallen angels who accompanied a certain blonde yokai were attentive to the coming fight against the most powerful dragon of all time, Acnologia. Undoubtedly, their concern was quite justified since he was going to face a certain dragon-like beast, and the explosions only gave them more worries since both had grown fond of the blonde, especially Rainier, who felt something different when she was by his side. But for now, let's focus on what was happening on the borders of the country of Fiori, where explosions and earthquakes were commonplace due to the intense battle Naruto was currently waging against Acnologia, the dragon of the apocalypse and the most powerful being to have ever existed, even more powerful than Trihexa. Anyone who disagrees is a jerk, it's true, and especially Ophis. Naruto had blood on his body, but Acnologia wasn't doing so well, as one of his eyes was closed and bleeding. One of Naruto's attacks must have caused such damage. They were both attacking each other with everything they had. Acnologia was launching powerful energy beams that Naruto dodged or stopped with the Rinnegan. Naruto had tried to seal him with Chibaku Tensei, however, this lizard was too strong, so he had to resort to one of the techniques a certain Uchiha had used in the past. A meteor covered the area, surprising Acnologia, who didn't know how the hell he had managed it. Had managed to bring a meteorite there. Undoubtedly, the meteorite had frightened all of Fiori, sounding the alarms and causing everyone to run away in fear, not to mention the king who had also run away like a bat out of hell, and the council even more so. Calawarner. That's in shock. Rainier, how? Calawarner. Whatever it is, it's very big. Rainier. I feel like this is Naruto's doing. Calawarner. That idiot. He doesn't know he could kill us all. Rainier. Didn't she say she put up a barrier to avoid causing harm? Calawarner. Oh right, I'd forgotten. However, the barrier, due to the pressure of the meteorite, gradually broke down, eventually allowing only the shock waves to pass through, destroying several businesses. Vendor. My cabbages. I can't sell my cabbages even in this fucking shitty FIC. Rainier. Drop of sweat. Anyway, we have to go with Calawarner. Are you crazy? He said to stay safe. And that's what I intend to do. I know you're worried, and so am I, but we can't let their fight affect us. Come on, Rainier. But Calawarner. But nothing. Let's go. Back in the fight, Acnologia was trying to destroy the meteor that was about to impact. However, he couldn't do anything in his dragon form, so he changed into his human form to try to stop it. He used all the magic he had. However, that would cost him dearly. Acnologia? Who is this guy? Ugh. How do I ask to pull out a damn meteorite? Does he plan to destroy the entire damn country? No. He must have planned something before it arrived. Damn it. Me, of all the dragons, to be defeated by this damn human. What a humiliation. Boom boom. The powerful explosion flooded the area with shock waves and powerful movements, and even large tsunamis formed at sea due to the impact of the meteorite. Naruto. Sweat drop. I think I went a little too far. But before he could take a step, Naruto saw Acnologia in his human form emerge from the rubble, seriously wounded. However, that did not prevent him from getting up again and trying to kill his enemy. Acnologia. You're taking too long. Naruto. Damn it, you're still alive? Acnologia. What? Didn't you see it coming? Naruto. Actually, yes, and I'm glad you didn't die, Acnologia. Acnologia. What? Naruto. I know Zeref sent you, but my question is, why does someone like you obey the hemorrhoid? You'd be more than capable of defeating him. Acnologia, what are you saying? That I'm weak? Naruto, I didn't say that, idiot. I was just wondering why you, being the most powerful dragon in the world, are under Zeref's orders when you could be free. Acnologia, free? That's something that bastard took from me a long time ago. Naruto, I propose something to you, Acnologia. Help me defeat Zeref and you will be free, or better yet, I will help you obtain something you lost a long time ago. Acnologia. Oh yeah? And what is it? Naruto, a family. Acnologia. What? Ha 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 ha. A family? Don't make me laugh. Someone like me can't have a family. Naruto, are you saying that because of Zera? She's alive, Acnologia. Acnologia. Opening his eyes in shock. How do you know about her? Tell me, Naruto. Zeref lied to you, Zera is alive. I'll take you to her as long as you help me defeat Zeref. Acnologia. How do I know you're not lying to me? Naruto. Showing her a necklace? Do you recognize this? Acnologia. That's it. She gave it to you? Naruto. Nods. She knew you wouldn't agree, so she gave me this so you would recognize it. Acnologia. You fucking emo. Furious. Fine. I'll help you. But can I ask you something? Naruto. Yes, Acnologia. Why the hell did you fight me when you could have told me this from the beginning? You son of a bitch. Naruto. Don't yell at me. You whore-haired idiot. And I did it because I wanted to test your strength? You damn fool. Acnologia. Who are you calling a whore's hair? You damned bitch. Naruto, you old fox. Acnologia. You want to fight? Naruto. Let's go. They comically bumped foreheads, their veins nearly bursting with anger, until Naruto began to feel true terror as he sensed two auras near his position. Acnologia. What? Are you scared now? Naruto. Oh no. These auras. Naruto saw two figures close to him and deliver a tremendous punch, burying him in the ground. Rainier. You damn idiot. You had us worried sick. And here you are playing with that transvestite, Calawarner. If you wanted to play, you should have told us and we would have let you play with us. Not with this fifth-rate Yajiro. Acnologia. Damned humans. How are they? Rainier/Calawarner. Shut up, Acnologia. Hey! Don't disrespect me, Rainier/Calawarner. Shut up, Acnologia. I am Rainier/Calawarner. Shut up, Acnologia. Make me crack. The two Detenshi held Naruto by the neck while shaking him from side to side and slapping him hard to wake him up, while Acnologia rubbed a bump on his head. Acnologia. These bitches are crazy. Rainier. Wake up. We just told you the truth, Calawarner. I think with all those slaps he won't wake up anytime soon. Don't you think? Rainier. Sighs, you're right, and you. Looking at Acnologia, who for some reason got nervous. Acnologia. What, Calawarner? You dared to hurt Naruto, cracking his knuckles. Rainier. And we won't forgive you for that. Acnologia. Hey, you idiots, can't you see how he left me? Trembling, have mercy on Ahyej. Not in the face. Kai Araiya. 5 days had passed since Naruto fought Acnologia, and now he was resting somewhere unknown, being looked after by Rainier and Calawarner, who were also keeping an eye on the Dragon of the Apocalypse to make sure he didn't do anything foolish during this time. Naruto. Waking up? Where am I? Acnologia, you finally woke up, bastard. Naruto. And what the hell are you doing here? I thought you'd go cry like a sissy in a corner and die like a hermit. Acnologia. Vain in temple. If I'm here, it's because those damned council members and the Imperial Guard were tracking us. You imbecile. It's your fault we're in this situation. Naruto. Excuse me, but it's not my fault that a certain lizard obeyed the orders of a shitty emo Spartan. Acnologia. I'd hit you if it weren't for the fact that your females are crazy. Naruto, my females? What are you? Naruto. Both men looked at the door where some worried fallen angels were crying with happiness at seeing Naruto awake and better than when they left him unconscious. Well, he wasn't supposed to know that part. Rainier. Hugging him. You had me worried sick, you idiot. Calawarner. We thought you'd die there. Naruto, girls, I'm fine. Besides, I just wanted to protect the kingdom from that cheap corner whore. Acnologia. Keep calling me that and I swear, Calawarner/Rainair. Were you going to say something? Sadistic look. Acnologia. TSK. Rainair. Now could you explain what this is about going to face Zeref? Naruto. Swallowing hard. Rainer-chan, I have to go. My queen is waiting for me and Calawarner. This is for you. Handing over a note. Naruto. And this? Acnologia. They sent her yesterday. Is your queen Irene Belserian? She said she was already on her way. Naruto. What? How did he escape from there? Acnologia. I have no idea, but he must be on his way right now. Naruto. Relieved. I'm glad to know Haim is okay. I just hope they didn't touch a single hair on her head because if they did, terrifying look. Acnologia. What's up with this guy? He hadn't used this power in the battle yet. Calawarner. Now relax and stop raising your killer instinct. Otherwise they're going to detect us. Baka. Naruto, sorry. Acnologia. Have you thought about what I told you? Acnologia. But what's the point if your queen is already safe? Well, I could go and kill him myself, but you must take me to Zera. Naruto. Nods, yes, I will. But in return, I'll ask for your help for something else when it's needed, and you can come with me to a safe place along with Zera. Acnologia, very well. You'd better not be deceiving me. More than 3 months had passed since Naruto had fought against Acnologia, and not only had he fulfilled his promise to take him to his mate, whom Acnologia believed to be dead at the hands of the demons of Tartaros, but believe me, when they reunited, they wouldn't have recognized Acnologia. He not only cried upon seeing his beloved mate, but the bloodlust he once had diminished considerably, and he had accepted Naruto's offer, where Naruto gave him a home on an island called Tenru, where Acnologia would lead an army of dragons in Naruto's name. But not only had this happened, Naruto not only recovered his beloved Queen Irene, who didn't let him leave the room for 3 weeks, where some rather strange noises were heard, much to the annoyance and jealousy of two Tenchi. However, they respected Irene for her power and beauty. Without a doubt, the most beautiful woman who had ever existed. Irene had spoken with Rainair and Calawarner about the matter of sharing a certain Uchiha, and Rainair admitted his feelings to Naruto's queen, asking for a chance to be with him. Irene told him that the decision was his and no one else's, and that she respected what her king said. Before returning to Grigori, Naruto fulfilled his promise to Rainair, taking her on dates where they got to know each other better. They eventually became a couple, just like with Calawarner. During their time dating, they had sex several times, with Naruto filling her like never before, and she ended up pregnant with our beloved protagonist's child. Naruto, hugging Rainair. Damn. If I keep this up, I think I'll end up getting you pregnant. Nair-chan, Rainair. Nervously, don't you want to have a child with me? Worried, Naruto. I didn't say that, I just said that we've been doing it like rabbits and we haven't protected ourselves. Rainair. Happily. So you would take responsibility if I got pregnant? Naruto, of course, what kind of question is that? Besides, that way I'll give Kuoh a little brother. But why are you asking? Wait, don't tell me that. Rainair. Blushing, yes, Naruto. I'm pregnant. I'm expecting your child, Naruto. With his jaw on the ground. Nandato Kari! The scream could be heard even in other alternate dimensions, where several Narutos from other fanfics swelled with pride upon learning that another one of them was the real man and had impregnated a beautiful woman. End of flashback. Rainair. It was then that I became pregnant with Naruto, but I decided to keep my pregnancy safe from demons or other demons. Calawarner. Damn it. You lied to me. I thought we were friends. Azazel. Stop messing around and stop staring so much at what women wear. Well, now with this news things will get complicated, and if these 10 commandments find out about this, I doubt it will be easy to rescue their daughter. Sigh. Calawarner. Send him, Calawarner. Wasn't he supposed to be with the Chaos Brigade? Azazel. He's better and recovered, as is the rest of his team. However, I want you to send them, Calawarner. Okay, Rainair. So you'll send Azazel? I'll send the Hakuruku. Chapter 27. In the occult club, all the members of the nobility were sitting on the sofas, and even Rias, since Irene had taken Rias's special chair, who was pouting. Why? Easy because she wanted to, because she could, and because she wanted to. Besides, we're talking about Irene Belsirian, dear readers. But as I was saying, they were sitting looking at the beautiful queen of Naruto, who was calmly drinking Akino's tea. Rias, Irene-san, could you explain why you're here? Irene. Calm down, little demon. All your questions will be answered. But tell me something. Was that blonde boy who left your knight? Rias. Yes, Yudo is my knight. Why do you ask? Irene. So where is he? Akino. Huh? He was here a moment ago, and wasn't he unconscious? Irene. He. I suppose it was after the messengers from the church. Kaneko. Shouldn't we go after him? Asia. We also have to take care of Issei-san. Rias. Sigh. If it weren't for you, I'm sure it would have ended worse for my lovely servants. Irene. Naruto-kun said that I shouldn't kill anyone, so those two were saved. Asia. Irene-san, so you belong to Naruto-san's entourage? Irene. Smiles, that's right, and I suppose you've already met the others, right? Rias. They are all incredible and very strong. Irene. Now I know you're wondering why I only appeared now, right? Well, I went to an order that Naruto-kun gave me, that's why I've been absent. Akino, you're not a demon, are you? Your energy feels different. Irene, of course I'm not a demon, dear, and it seems he helped you believe in yourself a little more. Not that Akino-san. Akino, how do you know that? Irene, Naruto-kun and I share a special bond that allows me to know his feelings and those of other people. That's why I'm asking you. Akino smiles. Yes, he has helped me a lot with my powers and I am grateful. And also that he rescued me when I was little. Irene. So it's you? Fufu, he wanted to bring you with him when he told me about you. Akino. In shock. What? Really? Why didn't he do it? Irene. Because it was very dangerous and I wanted to prevent anything from happening to you. That's why we took you to the Grimoires. And at that time little Rias looked like a small tomato. Rias. Hey. Pouts. Irene. He. Kaneko. So, how old are they? Irene. Now, little kitten, that's not something you ask. Fuff. That's a secret. Now, why don't we wait for him to come? Rias. You mean Naruto-kun? Irene. Yes, I can feel that he will come in a few minutes. Elsewhere, or rather in the sky, a powerful dragon soared through the skies in a single direction. Britannia. Its next target was none other than the place where the Demon King once lived and which was now occupied by the 10 Commandments. It would undoubtedly have worthy rivals to destroy, and with a warning roar, it prepared to attack. Meanwhile, in a place in Britain, 10 figures lay talking with a gallant who was carrying a small girl with black hair and blue eyes who was unconscious and had bruises on her cheeks. Galen. Ha ha ha. It was very easy. Now I can get revenge for what they did to me, Malascula. And what about that human? Don't tell me you're going to eat her? Galen. That's not a bad idea, but no, I'll use it for other plans. Droll. You should stop attacking humans, they haven't hurt us, much less the children. Gloxinia? Or are you a pedophile? Galen. That's not why. This is to get his attention and make him come fight me, ha ha ha. Deriri, you're insane. Monspeet. Leave him alone, he lost his mind a long time ago. Grey Road. What do you plan to do with that Galen girl? Galen. Didn't you hear me? I'll have him come here and kill him. Fraudrin. Who is this crazy guy talking about? He refers to the first yokai to set foot in the world and the ancient 10 tails. You'll only get yourself killed. Galen? Well, it wouldn't hurt to be able to fight him, would it? I don't think he's that powerful, or are he, brothers? Moon's pet. Grabbing his mustache. Who are you talking about? Galen leader? Meliodas, as I said. He is the first yokai to set foot in the world and the former 10 tails, the strongest demon, almost on par with my father in his base form. Zeldris. Anyway, you've only done something stupid by bringing his daughter here. Galen. Galen, are you scared? He's just a damn yokai. What can he do? Besides, he owes me. Zeldris. It's not a problem for us per se, but if he has the 3 factions as allies, they'll be a pain in the ass. Meliodas. And not only that, but Great Red and Ophis are also watching us, so we can't move freely. Deriri. Anyway, get the human away from here. She disgusts me. Malascula. Although her aura feels like that of a fallen angel. What did you do? Galen? Galen. Who cares that? Gruaruer, Esterosa. It's here. I smell it. It's Acnologia. I can feel the disgusting power emanating from it all the way here. Monspeed. Scared? Acnologia? How is this possible? Gloxinia. I think I was in Alicatasia. Meliodas. Damn it. Galen. This is his doing. He sent Acnologia all the way here. And I don't know if I can stop him with my assault mode. Esterosa. We're with you, brother. Zeldris. Wait. Something's wrong. He's not alone. Grey Road. I sense other presences as well. Meliodas. It's him. He's definitely here. Zeldris. And he doesn't come alone. Galen. Ha 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 ha. It's time for my revenge, bitches. Fraudrin. Damn it. Galen. Now you've gotten us into a big mess. Meliodas. Damn. This is going badly. There's no other option. Moments earlier at Kuoh Academy, in the occult research room, the older redhead was finishing telling Rias and her entourage about how she met Naruto, among other things. It must be said that they were amazed by what the woman told them. But if we looked closely at the women, they were staring at Irene with envious eyes. And well, we can't blame them. With a redhead like that, with such a body and beauty, she could turn any gay man into a man. Those enormous breasts and wide hips, and above all, the amount of power she exuded, made them have a deep respect for her, apart from fear. However, Naruto made his appearance. Irene dear? Rias. Naruto-kun? Naruto. Sirius, Irene Heim. Come with me. I've already called the others and they'll be here soon. Irene, what's wrong? Naruto, you said commandments? That's what happened. Irene? Seriously? Come on, dear. Rias? What's wrong? Is everything all right? Naruto. I have to go, but I'll be back. Rias, stroking her cheek. Why don't you and your entourage go with Kiba? He needs all the help you can get, please. And wait until my idiot student wakes up. Rias. It's very dangerous. Where will you go? Naruto. I'm afraid so, but don't worry. I won't go alone. I'll go with my entourage. Kino. Please take care of yourself too. Naruto. Nods. Don't worry. I'll be back as soon as possible. Rias. We'll be waiting for you. Just don't be late. We might need your help. Naruto. Okay. Irene, whenever you say Naruto-kun, without a word, they both disappeared in a magic circle and appeared in Britannia where his entourage was already waiting for him. Zoro, you took too long, Captain. Ispa, we just got here. Naruto. Serious. This time those bastards went beyond my limit. I don't want any of them holding back. Kill them if you can. Escaner. I can kill them all. Just me will be enough. Naruto. I know, but my daughter's in there. I'll leave Esterosa with you, and I'll take care of the pair of goblins. Annoyed? And Esdeath. Esdeath. Yes, Naruto. Bring me that son of a bitch's head, Esdeath. It will be a pleasure, my dear. Naruto. Nobody messes with my kids. Kukum, the dragon of the apocalypse, roared fiercely out of the castle where the 10 Commandments were located, followed only by Esterosa, Zeldris, and Meliodas, who had their marks activated. Esterosa. This bastard is too strong. I like him, Zeldris. We haven't hurt him, Meliodas. That's why he's the dragon of the... Ugh, Zeldris, brother. A powerful spear had crashed into the demon's abdomen, piercing it from side to side. Zeldris. Who? Esterosa. We have company. Naruto appeared on the ground with his hand outstretched, indicating that he was the one who threw that spear at Meliodas. His face was serious, and it was clear that he wanted to eliminate everyone once and for all. Naruto. Give me back my little daughter. Now! Galen. Ha 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 ha. You finally came, you son of a b************. Ichigo. Cutting him off, you talk too much. Demon. Melascula. Galen was cut off? Deriri. Gur. Monspeed. Serious. Don't get too confident. Deriri? These guys aren't normal. Several crows began to surround the demons, but the curious thing is that they all possessed the Sharingan. They gathered in one place to form the opponent of these two, Itachi. I hope they help me measure my abilities. With Droll and Gloxinia. Gloxinia. That stupid Galen. Droll. Now we have to fight. Zoro. You are my next opponents? Gloxinia. Who are you? Zoro. I am Roronoa Zoro, the world's greatest swordsman. Remember that before you die. Fraudrin. What's going on? Grey Road. I don't know, but whoever dared will pay the consequences. Besides, we have to deal with Acnologia, Urza. And they won't just have to deal with him. Grey Road. Who are you? Human? Arturia. We don't have to answer that. You'll pay for what you've done. Fraudrin. I'd like them to try, Urza. Then, fall before my sword. Inside the castle, Scylla walked calmly in search of her beloved's daughter and knew where she was. She was just waiting for her 2 followers to come out of hiding. Scylla. Stop playing dumb and come out once and for all. Cusack. Chandler. Cusack. But what do we have here? A demon? Chandler. Looks like he's coming for the brat Galen captured. Scylla. And I didn't come alone. The 2 men felt a chill run down their spines and slowly turned around to see who it was, and could only open their eyes wider in shock when they saw Irene with a smile. Irene. Just 1 finger. I only need 1 finger to stop them. Naruto was on top of Acnologia, looking at those who would be his opponents, and they looked back at him, especially Esterasa, who wanted to fight him. Naruto, it's been a while. Damn. Zeldris. I agree. Fox. Meliodas, you've come here just to die. Naruto. I've already defeated them before. I can do it again. Oh, and by the way, Esterasa, there's someone who wants to give you a rematch. Esterosa. Huh? Oh yeah? And who could that be? Escaner. About Acnologia. I hope you can give me a decent fight. Well, that was to be expected of me. Esterosa. Escaner. Sirius. Zeldris. Damn it, this human again. What's next? Ophis. Naruto. Enough talk, they kidnapped my baby and that will be paid for with their lives. Meliodas. Just so you know, we had nothing to do with this. Galen did it without my permission. Naruto. Acnologia. Destroy the whole place after my daughter is safe and you can have fun with these dogs. Acnologia roared and dropped Naruto and Escaner to the ground at the same time as the demons stood in front of them. Escaner. Grabbing Rita. Well, you'll be staring at the scenery all day, even though it's a good day to die, at least for you. Naruto. Enough. Don't hold back, Escaner, I want his blood. Disappears. Meliodas. Damn it, with Galen and Ichigo. Ichigo. Come on, demon, I know you can do better. Galen. Don't get too cocky. Human. Ichigo. Heh. So what? You'll just talk? Galen. I'll kill you, you damned human. Attacking. Melascula. Don't rush, Gallant. Esdeath. Behind Melascula. You're not safe either, Melascula. But what? Dodging. Esdeath. You're good at dodging, demon. Melascula. You're Esdeath. I've heard a lot about you, Esdeath. I hope for good things. And if you've heard of me, I think you know what I do to my victims. Sadistic smile. Galen. You damned human? Don't run, Ichigo. I'm not running, I'm just much faster than you, and I call that strategy. Bankai. Galen. What the hell? Ag. An arm and a leg were what Galen of Truth lost in that swift movement that Kurosaki Ichigo had given the demon. With Itachi, Dariari. Why can't I hit him? Monspeed. Relax, this man is just provoking us, Itachi. I'm sorry for you, but you won't be getting out of here, at least not alive. Monspeed. We'll see. What? Those eyes. Scared. What are you, Itachi? I'm just a simple human. Mangekyo Sharingan. Chapter 28. Uchiha Itachi. Standing before Monspeed and Dariari was one who belonged to one of the strongest and oldest clans, long before the 3 factions existed. Being the most prodigious Uchiha of his generation, this man was able to use his eyes at a level far superior to any other Uchiha and only surpassed by Uchiha Madara. However, Uchiha Itachi was never in anyone's shadow. He forged his own path, even if he had to desert his village to save the one who was once his brother and who died in that war against the goddess. Itachi looked at his 2 opponents calmly, knowing that they could not make any difference to him. Dariari? TSK. If you're not going to attack, then I will. Ah, Monspeed. Wait. Don't rush in, Dariari. Using her cursed mark, Dai, Itachi. If you rush at your enemy like that, they might have a trap for you. Dariari. Shut up, insolent human. The woman tried to hit the black-haired man by any means necessary, but he simply dodged her attacks with elegance and mastery, worthy of an Uchiha. Monspeed. She's not alone, you know? Behind Itachi. Itachi, humph. It won't work. To the surprise of both demons, he had disappeared in a flock of crows. Monspeed. What the hell? Dariari. What is this guy supposed to be? Itachi. Appearing, as I told you before, if you don't know anything about your enemy, you won't be able to win. Monspeed. Throwing flames. That remains to be seen, Itachi. It's useless. Not even the two of you together can stop me. I am inevitable. Monspeed. Big words for a human, Itachi. Perhaps you want to try to harm me, but this is just a children's game where you try to hurt me. Demons believe they are superior to humans or any other faction, but I must disagree with that since they don't know what humans are capable of. Dariari. I'm fed up with you, Itachi. I really didn't expect anything from you guys, and yet you still managed to disappoint me, Itachi. I think it's time for the real fun to begin, or don't you agree? Monspeed, you're underestimating us, human, Itachi. That's because I have something to back up my words. Demon-san. Dariari, just die already, Itachi. You still haven't understood my words. Demon-san. Disappears into crows. You here can't do anything to me. Monspeed. What are those eyes? And why the hell can't we hit him? Is he doing something? Dariari. No matter what you do, you'll die anyway, Itachi. Then there's no turning back. Mangekyo Sharingan. Monspeed. Wait, Dariari. Dariari. Monspeed. What did you do to her, you bastard? Itachi, me? I didn't even do anything. She made the mistake of attacking me without thinking, and now she's paying the price. Tell me, Demon-san, what do you know about the great clans of antiquity? Long before the three factions? You should know, since the 10 Commandments have existed for a long time. Monspeed. Great clans? Wait then you, Itachi. You've begun to understand, Demon-san, but it's already too late for your partner. Monspeed. No. Dariari. Itachi. I'm sorry it has to be this way, but it's over for all of you. Moon's pet. Oh. I won't let you kill her. Activating Endura mode. I won't let you hurt her, Itachi. I see, so you killed 6 of your 7 hearts to enter that mode. You demons don't care about sacrificing things to get what you want, but today fate decided that you had to face me, and that is why today you will fall. The Uchiha raised his chakra considerably, and his Mangekyo Sharingan stared intently at Moon's pet, who continued to raise his magical power and, with Endura mode, was becoming stronger and stronger. Itachi, I suppose that's your true form, isn't it? Then allow me to show you my power. Throughout Britannia, the immense power of Monspeed could be felt, now surpassed by the Uchiha, who began to unleash a humanoid figure, orange in color and several meters tall. What was truly impressive was that the man was inside that Susanoo, as he called it, with Naruto. Naruto smiles. So you're finally going to unleash your power, huh? Show them the power of your clan, Itachi. Zeldris, what power is that? I've never felt it before. Meliodas. That guy is an Uchiha. Isn't he? Naruto. Who knows? Anything can happen in this life, right? Zeldris, you're not getting out of here alive. Naruto. They said the same thing a long time ago and they couldn't stop me. Besides, if we do this, how do you know the result won't be the same? Meliodas. Why am I not the same as before? Now I have recovered my power. Naruto. And you think you can defeat me with assault mode? Zeldris. He is not alone, and if you underestimate me, you will end up dying. Naruto. Well, if that's what you think of me, why don't we get started, gentlemen? Meliodas, you asked for it. Back with the Uchiha, he was inside the Susanoo, looking at Moon's pet, who had finished unleashing most of his power and was now preparing to attack Itachi. Itachi, you have to see through failure, Otherwise, you will never be able to overcome yourself. The hatred you feel towards him is only part of the frustration you are feeling right now. Monspeed, I'll kill you and then I'll go after that idiot Naruto. He'll pay for what he did to us. Itachi. And there you go again, Monspeed. Swiftly attacked the dark-haired man who only saw a silhouette speed through his Susanoo and pierce his chest. Itachi. Surprised, how? Monspeed. We demons have the ability to not only sacrifice 6 of our hearts to assimilate Endura mode. With this I am now invincible. Now die already. Itachi saw Monspeed use a kind of black fire that was heading towards him and, closing one of his eyes, he simply said, Itachi. Amaterasu. Those flames that burned everything for 7 nights were present on the battlefield, and the demon was surprised by this ability of the Uchiha. Monspeed. What? Ag. These flames, what are they? Itachi. The flames of the goddess Amaterasu cannot be extinguished by anything, and even though you demons are accustomed to using fire, this one is incomparable to any other. Therefore, splash! Opening his eyes, Itachi noticed that someone had appeared behind him, and just as Monspeed had managed to pass through the Susanoo, Darairi had a look full of fury in her eyes and only wanted to kill the man who had trapped her in an illusion. Itachi. Apparently you too can increase your magical power by sacrificing your hearts. Darairi. Pushing her arm deeper into the wound. Shut up and die. Itachi. Bleeding, as I said. If you know your enemy, it's difficult to defeat him. Therefore, and the demons opened their eyes in surprise when they saw the Uchiha's body transform into crows again and begin to fly around them, except for Monspeed, who just watched as the fire in his body disappeared. But the pain remained and hurt like hell itself. Literally. Itachi. Formed by crows, as I told you, you could not beat me in a battle. From the moment you saw my eyes, you lost. There is nothing left for you two to do. Darairi. What? Why can't I move? Monspeed. What have you done to us? Itachi. They are inside an illusion from which they cannot escape. At least not alive. Itachi. During my battles, I don't take this personally, but since you decided to mess with my niece, what I'm going to do to you, I'm going to enjoy more than you can imagine. Flashback. Sasuke. Child, big brother. When will you teach me strong jutsus? Itachi. Smiles. I'm sorry, Sasuke, but, touching Sasuke's forehead with a finger, it'll have to be next time. Sasuke wink with a frown pouting. You always say the same thing. You don't have time for me and you're always following dad or on missions. Itachi. Sasuke, as your older brother, you must see me as an obstacle you must overcome. Even if you come to hate me, I will always be there for you. However, we cannot be selfish when the people of the village need our help. That is why, Sasuke, I cannot train you. Sasuke. And when will the time be for you to teach me? Itachi. Sasuke, I won't always be there for you, so you must become strong for yourself, even if it means killing me. Sasuke. What? Itachi. Smiles. Nothing. Sasuke. Sasuke. Brother, can I ask you a question? Itachi. What's wrong, little brother? Sasuke. What if... Well, how could I defeat an enemy stronger than me, even if I have the eyes of our clan? Itachi. Very good question, Sasuke. The Sharingan is a tool given to us to protect. Now, as you say, we shouldn't always depend on them. At least you, who can still learn new things, shouldn't depend on them. Just as it can be a tool for protection, it can also be used to kill. Sasuke. Your eyes, how beautiful are they? And I said, Itachi. Why so curious? Sasuke? Sasuke. I just want to know. Itachi. Well, little brother, I can only tell you that my eyes can see beyond what you see. Sasuke. Huh? Confused. Itachi, you'll understand when you're older, little brother. Sasuke. Okay, big brother, but I'll become stronger than you when I'm older. Itachi. Smiles. I'd like to see that, shorty. Sasuke, what did you say? And I-san? Itachi. Nothing, now come and eat or mother will be upset. Sasuke. Yes, Itachi. Sasuke. Even at the end of my days, I'm sure you'll be stronger than me. Not as great as me, but you will be. End flashback. Itachi. Even with my eyes, I couldn't save you, little brother. But now, I can change that small outcome. The lifeless bodies of Monspeet and Dariari fell to the ground, their eyes blank and lifeless, due to Itachi's powerful Jinjutsu. Itachi, I'm sorry, but the result was obvious. With Naruto, heh. Looks like two have already fallen. Zeldris, Dariari, Monspeet, Meliodas. That human, what did he do to them? They just stood there and… Wait, he said he was an Uchiha? I have to kill him. Lunging at Itachi. Naruto, I recommend that you don't… Oh well, whatever, he'll learn it the hard way. Zeldris. Attacking. Don't let your guard down. I'm still here, Naruto. And what's the difference between being alone and you being there? It's the same thing but cheaper. Zeldris. TSK. Don't underestimate me. Meliodas was going straight for Itachi with his sword ready to cut him, when the Uchiha just passed by the blonde dwarf, who opened his eyes in shock when he saw that he didn't make a single scratch on Itachi. Itachi. Say hi to Elizabeth for me. Susanoo. The dwarf was about to attack again when the Uchiha summoned his Susanoo and pierced him with the Totsuka blade. Meliodas. Ah! Sneezing blood. Itachi, you shouldn't have done that. Zeldris. No, brother. Runs away. Naruto. Where do you think you're going, sunshine? I won't let you interrupt. Besides, he was the one who attacked him. Zeldris. Let me through, you bastard. The black-haired man, the commandment of piety, cut Naruto in two to launch himself at the Uchiha and free Meliodas. Itachi, you don't understand, do you? No matter how much you try to hurt me, you'll only be hurting yourselves. Zeldris. Let go of my brother. The Bonaparte downpour was blown away by the arrival of a newcomer. Ban. Hey, why the hell didn't you invite me? Itachi. You fell asleep, didn't you? Ban. Scratching the back of his neck. Elian didn't let me sleep last night, if you know what I mean. Itachi. I don't want to know, but at least you can take care of him. Ban. And the Taicho? Naruto here. I thought you'd take a while. Phew, but I have another mission for you. Bring her to me. She's here in the underground. These crazy people have been using their power for who knows what. Grrruruair. Ban. At least someone seems to be having fun with all this, right? Naruto 6. Just do what I told you, Itachi. Itachi. I'm sealing Meliodas' power. Now he'll just be a demon with power at the level of a Mao. Meliodas. Damn it. AGG. Naruto. Itachi. Itachi. Hi. Dispelling the Susanoo. Are you coming or staying? Ban? Ban. Well, I missed most of the fun, so I don't care. Meliodas. Standing up. You'll pay for this, Naruto. And what are you going to do? Once your power is sealed in that sword, you'll never get it back. Meliodas. Smiles. At least I'll be able to take something with me. Naruto, what are you talking about? Zeldris. Showing him an artifact. Wasn't this from someone you knew? Naruto. Is that? Surprised. Meliodas. I know how much you were looking for it, and now this is ours. Zeldris. It was difficult, but after all we managed to kill him. Meliodas. The bastard put up a fight, but in the end he fell. Sadistic smile. Naruto. How did you get that? He'd never give it to you. Zeldris. Did you hear that? We killed him after burning down his village. Meliodas. Now all we left behind were their corpses on the ground, and they deserved it for not helping us. Zeldris. But you know what was the most fun part? That our masters got to enjoy the beautiful bodies of those beauties, and especially her. Naruto. In shock. What are you saying? Meliodas, huh? Enough talk. You know the story. Naruto. What did you do? Zeldris. Can't you guess? Naruto. What did they do to Shizuka? Meliodas. We didn't do anything. But our masters needed to let off some steam with some humans and those women. Well, Naruto. What did they do to Shizuka? Zeldris/Meliodas. We raped them and then kill them. Chapter 29. The old demon masters were sweating bullets. And it was no wonder, since before them was not only Scylla but also Irene Belsirion herself, the Dragon Queen and the most powerful woman in the underworld. The redhead lay holding in her arms a baby with black hair and blue eyes who slept peacefully in the woman's lap, who hugged her protectively. Irene. Well, Are you waiting for an invitation or will I have to go first? Cusack. Damn, of all the people there it had to be her. Chandler. This is unexpected. We're not prepared for someone like her. Scylla. It seems the cat got their tongues. Did Irene Sama force the information out of them? Irene? Nah. I think I'll have some fun. Here, giving the baby. I'll take care of them personally. Look after her. Scylla. As Irene Sama orders. Cusack. Chandler, we have no choice but to fight. Old friend. Chandler. It seems so, and we have to go all out if we want to win. Irene. Then so be it. Galen and Ichigo were engaged in a relentless battle, while Esdeath faced a Malascula who was incredulous at the sight of the blue-haired woman in a general's uniform. Esdeath had tried everything to stop her, even attempting to consume her soul, only to be stunned by an ice blizzard that nearly froze her. Galen. You damned human. How dare you hit me like that? Ichigo. I don't know, you tell me, or maybe why did you kidnap my friend's daughter? I don't know why you did it and I don't care. You committed a crime and that has consequences. Galen. Very well then, when Naruto sees your corpse, it will be his fault. Ichigo. Lifting Zangetsu. Believe me, that won't happen. Demon. Galen. I was saving this to face Naruto, but on second thought, I'll get rid of you first, you miserable human. Ichigo. I'd love to see you try it. Galen, you asked for it. It was then that Galen began to expel a large amount of magical energy, surprising Malascula, who had been paying attention to what her companion was about to do. Malascula. Are you really going to do it? Galen? Galen. Stay away. Malascula. This human will know my wrath. Malascula. Fool. Esdeath. Your mistake is turning your back on me. Something that won't happen again. Malascula. Kaya Aria. With Galen. Ichigo. Serious. Then I'll get serious too. Demon. The orange-haired boy also expelled a large amount of Ryatsu, surprising Galen that this human could possess such power. However, what surprised the demon was the form the boy's transformation was taking. A kind of mask began to emerge and cover Kurosaki Ichigo's face, giving him a rather intimidating and imposing appearance. Ichigo. Demons believe they are superior to humans. Now I want to test that theory. Do you agree? Galen. What the hell are you? Ichigo. I'm just a simple human who will end up with you. The orange-haired man's power increased more and more, causing him to start sweating as he witnessed the change in him. Galen. How is this possible? How can this human possess such power? But above all, what kind of power? Ichigo. Complete transformation. Galen. Commandment of truth. I present to you my true self. It's time for you to know fear. Galen. New. Impossible. How can this be happening? Ichigo. You earned it fair and square. Disappears. Galen. What the hell? Ichigo. Behind Galen. Let's play a little. Shall we? The now hollow-shaped Galen struck Galen hard, demonstrating the speed he had acquired from transforming into a Vasto Lord. Galen. Damn it. What are you? Ichigo. Why do villains always ask the same thing when they're losing? Is there no budget for good dialogue anymore? Galen. You'll regret facing Galen of truth, Ichigo. And you keep going on about that. Don't you ever get tired of it? Galen. Die. Ichigo blocked Galen's spear with his bare hand, who could only be surprised before being grabbed by the vast lord and carried through the air and slammed hard into a part of the demon castle. Malascula. What is he? Wounded. Esdeath. He's a normal human with the powers of a being called a hollow. But you don't need to know the rest because you're gonna die. Raising her hand. Malascula. I'm not going to. Wag. Esdeath. Until the next life. Disgusting demon. Sadistic smile. Malascula was trapped under an iceberg that drained all her energy until it killed her, leaving only her bones. Galen stood up furiously, and it was no wonder, since this human was giving him a beating he would never forget. However, inside Galen he could feel the fear of facing this new being in front of him. Ichigo. Hollow? Are you afraid of me? Galen. Never. I would never be afraid of someone like you. Ichigo. Then why are you trembling? Galen. What? Looking at her legs, Galen could see how she was trembling. But how was that possible? In all his years of killing humans and other beings, he had never felt fear. Galen. How? Ichigo. Poor thing. Let me put you out of your suffering. Galen watched as Ichigo used his horns to create a powerful Zero, and it made him unable to move until it was too late. Galen. No! This can't be possible. Nu. The Zero pierced several mountains along with much of the terrain, revealing the destruction it had caused in its wake. Ichigo. Normal form. I think I went a little too far. Naruto will be a little annoyed. Nah, Urza and Arturia were facing Fraudrin and Grey Road. However, the battle of both women was nearing its end due to the power of the women of Naruto. Fraudrin. You two are not normal? What are you? Arturia. We are Naruto's wives, and you will pay for what you did. Urza. Wearing the purgatory armor, you will all give your lives as payment for the harm you caused to our beloved. Grey Road. Heh. This is just the beginning. When 666 awakens, your whole world will go to hell. It's too late for you even if you manage to kill us. Urza. 666? What are you talking about? Fraudrin. He. So you don't know, huh? Arturia. Stabbing him with her sword. Tell me what you're talking about. Fraudrin. Ag. Ha ha ha. AGG. 666 will awaken soon. And when it does, you will die. Urza. You're forgetting something. Grey Road. What? Urza, we have the Dragon of the Apocalypse, the most powerful dragon of all. And another thing. Don't forget that the Ten-Tails still exists. Fraudrin. Surprised? That monster still exists? Grey Road. He should have died. Arturia. The Ten-Tails cannot die, much less be sealed. You should know that, since not even God could defeat him. Grey Road. But before that happens, the Triexa will awaken and kill everyone they love, even if the Jubi lives. Urza. They're no use to us anymore. Arturia. True. One less piece of trash in the world. Naruto stood in front of Meliodas, Zeldris, and Esterasa, while Escanor, beside him, looked at the two demons with an arrogant smile. Escanor. They are brave to stand before me. I acknowledge it even though it is all in vain since they will not leave here alive. Esterosa. We won't know that, but it'll be fun, don't you think, brother? Zeldris. Your arrogance will be your downfall, you cursed human. Naruto. They say that because you don't know Escanor's full power. Meliodas. And it won't be necessary because we will kill them. Naruto. Not before you pay for what you did. Zeldris. I see it as difficult. You two won't be able to stand against the three of us. Escanor. And who decided that? You say we're not going to win? And who decided that? I'm the only one who decides. Oh? Can I join the battle? I mean, after all, 3 against 2 is kind of unfair. And besides, Escanor doesn't deserve all the fun. Zeldris. Who are you? Oh? Don't you recognize me? I was just beating the 3 of you up. Meliodas. You are? Acnologia. My name is Acnologia, and I am the Dragon of the Apocalypse. Pleasure. Sadistic smile. Esterosa. You're that dragon? I didn't know they could take human form. Acnologia. Now let's test that theory that demons are immortal. Kuoh. Naruto. I'll leave the dwarf with you. Acnologia. Doubtful? Which one of the two? The Bonaparte downpour or the one who looks retarded? Naruto. Keep Bonaparte. Leave this wretch to me. Acnologia. Our battle will be legendary, I think. Meliodas. I'm tired of talking so much. Let's get started. The 6 disappeared in flashes of different colors to go fight somewhere else, with Esterosa and Escanor. Escanor. Your last words before I kill you? Esterosa. Your pride will be your downfall. Escanor. My pride is what makes me get up, but let's stop playing games. So, Escanor received a blow to the face from the dangerous one. However, Escanor did not flinch and only smiled at the demon's audacity. Escanor. I'm incredible. I didn't even feel pain. It was to be expected of me. Esterosa. We'll see when I kill you. They collided with force, creating ridiculously strong shockwaves that shook the ground from the impact. Esterosa struck Escanor with force and speed, causing him to bleed a little. However, Escanor did not move from his place and, with a single blow, managed to bring Estarossa to his knees. Esdeath, what's wrong? Did you find a gold coin on the ground? Estarossa, how? With a single blow that I managed to block, he brought me to my knees. Using Rita, I tried to cut the gray-haired one who was still on his knees. However, just when it seemed that he would cut him, he took out a small knife and said, Estarossa, full counter, Esdeath. An explosion was heard from the impact of both of them, or so it seemed, because Esdeath was bleeding from the head. Estarossa, this is my magic full counter. It allows me to return physical attacks with double damage, and from what I see you are at a disadvantage, Esdeath. Esdeath, you should take a closer look at yourself. Estarossa, huh? Estarossa, what? What time was it that you, Esdeath, creating a cruel son? Your death will not be pretty, but no one will miss you. Estarossa, who is this damned human? Even if his power is higher than before. Esdeath, die. Cruel son. Estarossa? Esdeath. The powerful sun swept Estarossa away, burning him completely and causing a huge explosion. Esdeath. It was too fast for my liking. Since Datum, with Acnologia and Zeldris. Zeldris. Looking at the explosion. Brother, Acnologia. Oh no, you're not going anywhere. Intervening, Zeldris. Get out of my way, Acnologia. Make me. The black-haired demon lunged at Acnologia, who smiled like a deranged madman at the thought of a legendary battle. He tried to strike Acnologia with all his might, but was stopped by the blue-haired one. They exchanged powerful magical and physical attacks, with Acnologia being stronger. However, the commandment of piety was not far behind and launched powerful attacks at the dragon. Zeldris. Let me through, Acnologia. Your brother is dead. Only you two are left. And believe me, you won't get out of here alive. Roar of the apocalypse dragon. Zeldris. Damn it. If he was powerful in his dragon form. In this form, he's even more annoying. Ugh, Acnologia. Tell me? Does your mother know you're playing with fire? Oh wait. She's dead. Ha ha ha. Your family's flesh being burned alive is the best spectacle I could ever have. Zeldris. What are you talking about, Acnologia? We knew that you were the ones who killed those women in Nadeshiko. Therefore we took measures to even the playing field. Tell me, do you know where Gelda is now? Zeldris. Huh? In shock. How do you know that? Acnologia. Haha, Zeldris. Furious? What did you do, Acnologia? Us? Nothing. Why don't you ask your idiot brother what he did to convince you? Zeldris. What? Meliodas? He would never do something like that, Acnologia. Fool. How far has your brother's sick mind gone to try to obtain the power of the Demon King? Zeldris. I don't believe you. You're lying, Acnologia. Ask your brother if you don't believe me, and you must hurry or else he will die before you can ask him. Zeldris. Damn it. Ah. Moves away, Acnologia. Everything is going according to plan. Naruto, Chapter 30. Meliodas, considered the leader of the 10 Commandments, lay on the ground, exhausted and bleeding profusely from the wounds he had suffered in his battle against Naruto. Only thanks to his demonic power was he still alive, but even then, he was far from being able to win this battle. He thought of some way to escape, but with all of Naruto's pieces, and especially with Acnologia and Esdeath present, the chances were basically nil. If he surrendered, he would die anyway, and a mind game would be useless against Naruto. His masters were practically dead since he didn't sense their demonic energy, and especially when he saw Irene, Scylla, and Ban leaving the castle, he understood that it was all over. Even so, he didn't want to end up humiliated by the yokai. Naruto, it's over, Meliodas. No matter how you look at it, you have no escape. Estarossa is dead. Zeldris has no chance against Acnologia, and my daughter Minerva is safe. Galen is dead, as are your companions. Just say your last words. Meliodas, you're a bastard. Don't think it's over, because now I know what I must do. Smiles. Triaxa is about to awaken, and not even you can face him no matter how powerful you are. That's why I, Naruto opened his eyes as he saw Meliodas expel a large amount of demonic energy and knew that he was prepared to transfer that energy to the 666 seal. However, before he could do anything, the leader of the 10 Commandments was restrained by another person. Meliodas. But what? Zeldris? Zeldris. You won't do anything. Where's Gelda? Meliodas. Let me go, Zeldris. Not until you tell me what you did with Gelda. Meliodas. What are you talking about? You know very well that she's safe. Zeldris. You're lying. That's why I could never find her in Britannia. Where is she? Meliodas. Smiles maniacally. Well, in the end it was all for nothing. So I killed her. Zeldris. In shock. What? Meliodas. She knew about my plans. Therefore she was a danger to me. So I had to eliminate her. Zeldris. Bastard. You'll die for this. Meliodas. Even better. You and I will awaken Triexa. Slash. Meliodas slashed his brother and quickly drank his blood, increasing his demonic power and turning into evil energy. He disappeared along with both demons, leaving only Naruto staring at the pool of blood from both demons. Naruto sighs. I guess it can't be helped. Naruto-kun. Naruto. Irene Heim. Irene. Minerva is safe now. Nothing happened to her. Naruto. Hugging his baby. I'm glad. Hello, little one. They didn't hurt you, right? As if she understood what her father was saying. The baby just made happy gestures and raised her little hands trying to reach her dad. Scylla. I'm glad you're alive, Naruto-sama. Naruto. Same here, Scylla. Where are the others? Escaner. They'll be fine after all, those demons are no match for us. Naruto. That may be so. Anyway, we have to go back. I feel like something bad is about to happen in Kuoh. SCE. Another omen? Zoro. If the captain says so, then it's bad. Esdeath. Then we have to go. Meanwhile, in Kuoh City, Rias Gremory was very worried because they were about to face an enemy far beyond their level. And she knew that even with her entourage, they wouldn't be able to stand against him. Even if Issei used Drake, they could still win. Recently, Kiba Yuto, her knight, told them that Bishop Valper Galilei, she was working for the fallen angels, and not only that, but the leader of the Detenshi rebels was already in Kuoh, which alerted the resident demons. Sona Citri and her team were already working on a barrier to prevent humans from noticing the supernatural. For now, Rias and her family were in the forest where an injured Irina Shidu was found by Aquino, and at the same time, the exorcist Fried Zelson told them that Kokabiel was there and interested in talking to them, but his true purpose was to cause a war between the three factions since he never agreed to Azazel giving in to the agreements. Aquino. What will we do now, Rias? Rias. I don't know, Sona. And why don't you talk to your brother? Rias? I'm sure he loves you very much and will come to help you. Rias. And why don't you ask your sister for help? Sona. Looking away. I would prefer not to. Aquino. I already spoke with Surzek-sama and notified him about all of this. Rias. Aquino. Betrayal. Disappointment. Sister. Sona. I'm sure that if anyone can help us, it's him. Aquino. Surzek-sama said that someone else would come to help. Maybe it's Naruto-kun who's on his way. Rias. I hope so, we need it. Saji. President? Sona. Keep up the barrier. I'm sure Rias and her family can handle this. Right, Rias? Rias. Okay. But this won't stay like this. As Sona? I'm sure Serafal-sama would like to visit her little sister more often. Sona. You wouldn't dare. Rias. Are you challenging me? Aquino. Ahem. We don't have time for that. It looks like someone's coming. Freed. Hey, you stupid shit demons. My boss wants to meet you. But above all, he wants to kill you, ha ha ha. Kaneko. This guy gets on my nerves. Issei. Recovered? You're sick? Bruce Wayne. Freed. That doesn't change the fact that I'm right. Kiba. Son of a. Freed. What's wrong, buddy? Is your vagina still burning because I beat you twice? You must be a loser. Kiba. Damn it. Freed. Hey, calm down, old man. My boss wants to meet you. Don't you have any manners? To everyone's surprise, a figure emerged from a blinding wave of light. This figure lay seated on what appeared to be its throne. Aquino. Is that? Freed. With you, whores and faggots. Kokabiel, the future lord of these lands. Ha ha ha. Asia. I'm scared, Issei. So he's the bastard who wants to cause war between the factions? Kokabiel. But she's Surzika's younger sister. Your crimson color reminds me of him. Ugh. I'm disgusted just thinking about the Siscon. So, are you bringing your brother or Seraphal Leviathan? I can handle either of them. Issei. This idiot is going too far. Kaneko. But he's definitely very strong. Freed. Ha ha ha, you think filthy demons like you can defeat him? Ha ha ha. Keep dreaming. Bitches. Kiba. Furious? Shut up already. Freed. Hey hey, the fun's just getting started. Isn't it? Old man? Galilei, you're right. Freed. Kiba? But you're? Kokabiel. Looking at Kiba. So he's the survivor of the Holy Sword? Doesn't he look impressive? Galilei. I'm sorry, it came out defective. Kiba. I'll kill them both and avenge my friends. Rias. Calm down, Kiba. I'll change some things. Remember that not everything is canon, so don't mess around. Akino, we have no other choice but to fight. Kokabiel. Why don't you play with my pets instead? I'm sure they'd be delighted with it. Asia. Scared. What is that? Rias. It has Cerberus? This is bad. Akino. This is getting more and more complicated. Bucho. Issei. I'll protect you, Asia. I won't let them hurt you, Asia. Issei-san. Rias. I'm not afraid of you, Kokabiel, and I'm going to prove it. My family and I can handle this. Kokabiel, I want to see that. Eating popcorn entertain me, will you? Kaneko. We have to kick the Kailakayota eye's ass. Issei. I couldn't have said it better. Kaneko-chan. Kaneko. Shut up, pervert. Only Naruto-senpai can call me Chan. Issei. Anime tears. Why me? Rias. Don't get cocky. Let's show them why the Gremory family is strong. Everyone. Yes. Freed. In front of Kiba. Oh no, your fight is with me. Bitch, Kiba. That your mother is one is not my problem. Freed. You son of a bitch. I'll kill you and those two stupid girls from the church. Kiba. Well, then you have to get past me first. Freed. Ha ha ha. That's easy. Ha ha ha. Rias. Akino, Kaneko. Let's go. Issei. Please save your power so you can transfer some. Issei. Yes. Asia. Stay back. I will protect you. Asia. Hi. The three dogs roared loudly as they charged at the Gremory family. Both Rias and Akino flew into the air to better attack the beasts. However, the dogs could also unleash powerful infernal flames, making it a little more difficult for them to attack. Kaneko focused on hitting one of the dogs while simultaneously avoiding being bitten by Cerberus's enormous jaws. Rias. Issei, are you ready? Boost, boost, boost. Issei, now. The chestnut tree managed to give Rias and Alejo the power to try to kill one of the Cerberus, where they only managed to kill two. Kaiawea. Asia was healing Kaneko from one of the swipes the remaining Cerberus managed to inflict, leaving them both exposed to an attack from the beast. However, before they could do anything, the three-headed dog fell dead due to sword cuts courtesy of Zenobia Corda. Zenobia. Hello. Did you miss me? Issei. Relieved, that was close. Rias. At least it's good to have her as an ally. Kino. Now we can fight properly. Kokabiel. This is interesting, the wielder of one of the sacred swords. Tell me, where's your little friend? Mockingly. Zenobia. What are you talking about? Kokabiel. Apparently your little friend, Rias. She is fine. She is being treated right now. Zenobia. I see we separated and I didn't hear from her. That means she lost. Kokabiel. I wanted to provoke Michael, but the coward sends 2 moves. That's not enough for me. Boom! They turned at the sound of the explosion only to see Freed fall dead to the ground courtesy of Kiba, who finally managed to achieve the balance breaker thanks to combining the sacred and demonic essence. Therefore the balance was where it should be. Kiba. In the end it was worth it. My friends can now rest in peace. Galileo. Impossible. Impossible. You must be a failure. This can't be happening. Splashes. A spear of light ended up piercing the Vatican bishop, killing him instantly. Kokabiel. You are no longer of any use to me, you miserable human. Issei. Are you stupid or what? Kokabiel. They're useless, it seems I have to do it myself. Once I have their corpses, then Surzek will come for me. Ha ha ha, Rias. I won't let you tarnish my brother's name, Kokabiel. Well then, do something with menstrual hair, Rias. Shut up, you ill-fated bird, Kokabiel. I'll finish this myself. Kokabiel prepared a huge lance of light that caused all the demons present to open their eyes in shock at the amount of energy the cadet was preparing. Rias. We won't be able to resist. Everyone run. Issei. This is Akino. If this were to touch the ground, then the entire city would be in great danger. Kiba. We have to stop him. Kaneko. We can't. His energy is so strong we'll just be blown away. Issei. And we're just gonna stand by and watch them destroy our city? No way. I absolutely refuse. Rias. Issei. Akino. Issei. The chestnut-haired boy, using his sacred gear, began to generate power from it, trying to match the energy emanating from the Supreme Angel. However, the chances were very slim that Hayadu Issei could do anything against the Detenshi. Kokabiel. Ha ha ha. With his death, I will bring forth Surzek Lucifer and Leviathan Seraphal. You're forgetting someone, you stupid bird brain. Kokabiel. Who said that? Your conscience, and we haven't spoken lately. Kokabiel. Looking around. Show yourself. Oh? So you're Kokabiel? You're not as impressive as I thought. Kokabiel. You bastard. Show yourself already. Akino. What's wrong with him? Rias. It looks like he's talking to someone. Naruto. Behind them. That's because Itachi is taking charge. Rias/Akino. Naruto-kun. Both women hugged Naruto, happy to see the man they loved. Kaneko. Just in time. Ban. Hey, Captain, is it really necessary to let the emo take care of the feathered one? Naruto. Itachi is more than enough to defeat him. However, there is something I would like to ask Kokabiel. Kokabiel. Who are you? Show yourself. Yo? I'm sorry, but I can't do that. Besides, someone wants to talk to you. Kokabiel. What? Naruto. I suppose you're Cadet Kokabiel I've heard about. Kokabiel. So what? Are you? Naruto. Smiles me? That doesn't matter now, just answer one question. Why was Rainier expelled? Kokabiel. What? Oh, you mean that bitch? She wasn't useful to me anymore, so I decided to pretend I was sending her on a mission. But, Naruto. Raising a hand. That's enough? I don't need to know more. Now, Itachi. I don't think I need to tell you what you have to do. Right? Itachi. Humph. Kokabiel. Wait. Are you ignoring me? Furious. Naruto. Stopping. They said you were powerful. But my impression wasn't exactly what they told me. You're pathetic. Kokabiel. What? Rias? Naruto-kun. Don't make him angry. Irene. Emerging from the shadows? Don't worry, kid. The power level is obviously clear in this fight, if you can even call it that. Kiba. What does Irene-san mean? Irene. It's not for nothing that my husband is the most powerful yokai in the world. You'll see, Kokabiel. I demand to know who you are. Naruto. Showing his yokai form? Does this answer your question? Kokabiel. A yokai? What the hell is a yokai doing in demon territory? Naruto. That's none of your business. Now why don't you be a good little bird and die? Kokabiel. You. Dare to challenge me? Naruto. I dare because I can and because I want to. Do you have a problem? Kokabiel. Bastard. Itachi. I am your enemy. Manjikyu Sharingan. The lights went out for Kokabiel after looking into those godlike eyes. However, something had broken the barrier before they could leave. Naruto. A little late, don't you think, Vanishing Dragon?